In the quiet corners of our world stories, where legends and myths whisper through the ages, there exists a mystical realm inhabited by beings both feared and revered. Here, amidst the flickering shadows of ancient tales, one finds the enigmatic figures known as witches. But who are these figures that defy our understanding, and why do they continue to captivate our imagination? In the tapestry of human folklore, witches emerge as characters of profound intrigue. They are not merely women with pointed hats and broomsticks, as popular culture sometimes portrays them. No, these are individuals endowed with a potent connection to the unseen forces of nature and magic. From the shores of ancient Greece to the misty forests of medieval Europe, tales of witches weave through cultural landscapes like threads of spun moonlight. Consider Medea, the sorceress of Greek mythology whose heartache drove her to wield spells of vengeance and transformation. Her story resonates with the raw emotions of love and betrayal, painting her as both tragic and fearsome. Medea's power was not just in her potions and charms, but in the depths of her emotional turmoil, a force that transcends the ages to touch our hearts. Or think of Morgan le Fay, the enchantress of Arthurian legend, whose lineage tied her fate to the rise and fall of Camelot. She is both sister and adversary to King Arthur, weaving spells of protection and deceit with equal measure. Morgan's complexities mirror our own human struggles with loyalty and ambition, drawing us into a world where magic and mortality entwine. In Slavic folklore, Baba Yaga stands as a symbol of the untamed wilderness, her hut perched on chicken legs amidst a forest that defies easy navigation. She is as likely to aid the lost traveler as she is to devour the unwary, a capriciousness that mirrors the unpredictable forces of nature itself. Baba Yaga embodies the primal fear of the unknown, yet she also embodies the wisdom of the ages, offering challenges that shape heroes and heroines in their quests. Across cultures, witches such as Hecate in Greek mythology and the Witch of Endor in biblical lore embody facets of the human experience that transcend time and place. Hecate, goddess of the crossroads and magic, guides souls through life's transitions and guards the mysteries of the underworld. The Witch of Endor, in contrast, bridges the divide between the living and the dead, her summoning of spirits challenging the boundaries of mortality and the divine. But why do these stories continue to resonate with us? Perhaps it is because witches represent our primal desire to understand and harness the unseen forces that shape our world. They embody the power of choice and consequence, of light and shadow, offering a mirror through which we can explore our own capacities for creation and destruction. In today's world, where science seeks to explain the mysteries that once belonged to magic, the allure of witches endures. They remind us that there are still realms of existence beyond our understanding, that the human spirit is capable of both great good and great harm. Through their stories, we confront our fears and aspirations, our doubts and desires, in a narrative that transcends generations. So, as we journey through the tales of witches in mythology and folklore, let us not seek mere entertainment or escape. Let us instead embrace the opportunity to peer into the depths of human imagination and emotion, to confront the shadows that dance at the edges of our understanding. For in the stories of witches, we find not just spells and incantations, but reflections of our own humanity, woven into the fabric of time itself. In the vast tapestry of human history, there exists a thread woven with tales of witches, figures both feared and revered across cultures and epochs. Their significance stretches beyond spells and potions. It touches the very essence of how societies have understood power, gender, and the mysteries of the natural world. From the ancient civilizations of Mesopotamia to the medieval courts of Europe, witches have inhabited a liminal space in the collective consciousness of humanity. They are not merely characters in stories, but reflections of societal fears and aspirations, symbols of the unknown and the supernatural. In ancient times, before the rise of organized religions, witches often served as intermediaries between humanity and the spiritual realm. They were believed to possess the ability to commune with spirits, heal the sick, and divine the future. Their practices, rooted in herbalism and ritual, offered solace and guidance to communities navigating the uncertainties of life. As societies evolved, so too did the perception of witches. In the Greco-Roman world, figures like Circe and Medea embodied the dual nature of magic, both a source of empowerment and a potential threat to established order. Their stories, filled with love, betrayal, and the pursuit of power, reflected the complex dynamics of ancient societies where individuals sought to control their destinies amidst divine whims. During the medieval period in Europe, the perception of witches took a darker turn. In Christian theology, witches were often depicted as agents of Satan, wielding malevolent magic to harm their neighbors and disrupt the natural order. The infamous trials and executions of suspected witches during the early modern period, such as the Salem witch trials in colonial America, illustrate the devastating consequences of these beliefs. Yet, amidst the persecution and fear, witches continue to hold a unique place in folklore and cultural practices. In many societies, particularly in Celtic and Nordic traditions, witches were revered as wise women and healers. They were sought out for their knowledge of herbal remedies, their ability to foretell the weather, and their role in preserving community customs and traditions. Across continents and centuries, the image of the witch evolved alongside shifts in political power, religious doctrine, and scientific understanding. During the Enlightenment era, as reason and rationality became prized over superstition, witches were increasingly viewed through the lens of folklore rather than genuine threat. Writers and artists, inspired by ancient myths and folk tales, reimagined witches as enchantresses and wise crones, reclaiming their narrative from fear and persecution. In literature and art, witches became symbols of resistance against societal norms and patriarchal authority. Characters like Morgan le Fay in Arthurian legends and Baba Yaga in Slavic folklore challenged traditional gender roles and embodied the untamed forces of nature. Their stories, filled with courage and cunning, inspired generations to question the boundaries imposed upon them by society and to seek empowerment through knowledge and self-discovery. Today, the cultural significance of witches continues to evolve in popular culture and social discourse. From the feminist witchcraft movements of the 20th century to the resurgence of interest in witchcraft and spirituality in the digital age, witches represent a symbol of empowerment and agency for many individuals seeking to reclaim marginalized identities and challenge systemic injustices. In conclusion, the legacy of witches in human history is one of resilience, transformation, and enduring fascination. They remind us of our capacity for both darkness and light, of our desire to understand and harness the mysteries of the natural world. Through their stories, we confront our fears and aspirations, our doubts and desires, in a narrative that transcends generations and cultures. Witches, in all their myriad forms, continue to cast a spell upon our imaginations, inviting us to explore the depths of human experience and embrace the power within ourselves. In the ancient realm of Greek mythology, amidst the echoes of gods and heroes, there exists a figure whose story pulses with raw emotion and haunting power. Her name is Medea, a woman whose tale of love, betrayal, and vengeance has resonated through the ages, leaving an indelible mark on the fabric of myth. Born of divine lineage, Medea's origins trace back to the sunlit shores of Caucasus, a land where magic flowed like the currents of the Black Sea. She was no ordinary mortal but the granddaughter of Helios, the sun god himself, and niece to Circe, the enchantress of Aeaea. From her earliest days, Medea was immersed in the mysteries of herbal lore and incantations, learning from her aunt the ancient arts that bound mortals to the will of gods. Yet, amidst the whispers of spells and the scent of rare herbs, Medea's heart yearned for more than arcane knowledge. It was during her youth that fate intertwined her path with Jason, the Argonaut whose quest for the Golden Fleece would forever alter their destinies. In a fateful meeting orchestrated by the gods, Medea's powers of enchantment and cunning aided Jason in his perilous journey, where heroes clashed with monsters and the boundaries between mortal and divine blurred. But it was not just Jason's quest that ignited the flames of Medea's passion. As they navigated treacherous seas and faced trials that tested their resolve, a bond deeper than mortal understanding blossomed between them. Medea, with her golden hair and eyes that held the secrets of ancient wisdom, found in Jason a kindred spirit, a hero whose bravery matched her own, whose dreams mirrored her ambitions. Their love, like the shimmering surface of the Aegean, seemed boundless and eternal. Medea, whose heart beat with the intensity of 1,000 suns, gave everything to Jason, her loyalty, her magic, and ultimately, her trust. In return, Jason swore oaths of devotion, promising her a future where their names would be spoken in the same breath as gods and legends. Yet, as with all tales woven by the hands of fate, darkness lurked beneath the surface of their happiness. In the court of King Pelias, where deceit and ambition held sway, Jason's loyalty wavered. Ambition gnawed at his resolve like a serpent coiled around his heart, whispering promises of power and glory that eclipsed the love he once professed for Medea. It was in this crucible of betrayal that Medea's true power emerged, a force fueled by the anguish of a broken heart and the fury of a scorned woman. With a mind sharpened by years of study and a heart hardened by betrayal, she devised a plan that would echo through the annals of mythology. A plan that would demand a sacrifice that shook the very foundations of mortal and divine law. Her magic, once wielded in service to love and heroism, now became a weapon of vengeance. Through her sorcery, she manipulated the forces of nature and the frailty of human ambition, ensuring that Jason's treachery would not go unpunished. The price of her revenge was steep, her innocence lost, her soul stained with the blood of innocence, but Medea, in her grief and fury, cared not for the consequences. In the aftermath of her deeds, as the echoes of her vengeance reverberated through the ancient world, Medea stood alone, a figure of tragedy and triumph, of love and despair. Her story, etched into the very stars that guided Jason's quest, serves as a testament to the complexities of human emotion and the perilous dance between mortals and gods. And so, in the quiet moments when the moon casts its silver light upon the earth, remember the tale of Medea, the enchantress whose heart blazed like the sun, whose deeds cast shadows across the tapestry of myth. For in her story, we find echoes of our own desires and fears, our hopes and regrets, a reminder that even in the realm of gods and heroes, the most powerful magic of all is that which resides within the human heart. In the annals of ancient mythology, few figures command the awe and fascination that surrounds Medea, whose powers and deeds stand as a testament to the depths of human emotion and the boundless potential of magic. From her earliest days in the sun-kissed land of Caucasus, Medea's affinity for the arcane arts was evident. Gifted with the blood of gods flowing through her veins, she possessed a natural mastery over the elements, the whisper of wind through the trees, the dance of fire upon the hearth, and the murmurs of rivers that carried secrets from distant lands. Her magic was not merely a skill, but a language through which she communed with the forces that shaped the world. It was this innate power that drew Jason, the hero of the Argonauts, to seek her aid in his quest for the Golden Fleece. With words that wove spells like silk and eyes that held the wisdom of ages, Medea became Jason's ally and confidant, guiding him through trials that tested both courage and resolve. Her magic shielded the Argonauts from perils both natural and supernatural, turning the tide of fate in their favor. But it was not just her prowess as a sorceress that set Medea apart, it was the depths of her love and the lengths to which she would go to protect it. When Jason faced the formidable task of harnessing the fire-breathing bulls and sowing the teeth of the dragon in the fields of Ares, it was Medea who provided him with the enchanted ointment that shielded him from harm. Her love for Jason burned brighter than the fiercest flame, a force that defied mortal understanding and bound their fates together like threads in a tapestry woven by gods. Yet, as with all tales of heroism and passion, darkness lurked beneath the surface of their triumphs. In the court of King Pelias, where ambition and deceit held sway, Jason's loyalty wavered, and Medea's heart shattered like glass against stone. Betrayed and forsaken, she found herself cast adrift in a sea of grief and rage, a sorceress scorned, whose powers became a tempest that threatened to consume all in its path. It was in this crucible of anguish that Medea's true power emerged, a force fueled by the depths of her despair and the fire of her fury. With a mind sharpened by years of study and a heart hardened by betrayal, she devised a plan that would shake the foundations of mortal and divine law alike. Through her sorcery, she manipulated the course of events, ensuring that Jason's treachery would not go unpunished and that her own fate would be forged on her terms, not those dictated by fate or gods. Her notable deeds echo through the ages, a testament to the complexities of love and the relentless pursuit of justice. From her enchantment of the dragon's teeth, which spawned the warriors who would challenge Jason's authority, to her ultimate act of vengeance against King Pelias, Medea's actions were not merely acts of magic but of profound courage and determination. And yet, amidst the darkness of her deeds, Medea's story is also one of tragic sacrifice and profound loss. In her quest for retribution, she sacrificed her innocence, stained her hands with the blood of innocence, and severed ties that once bound her to humanity. Her journey serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that even the most gifted among us are not immune to the consequences of our actions, and that the pursuit of power can exact a heavy toll on the soul. In the quiet moments when the stars cast their silvery light upon the earth, remember the tale of Medea, the sorceress whose heart blazed with the intensity of 1,000 suns, whose love and rage shaped the course of ancient myths. For in her story, we find echoes of our own desires and fears, our hopes and regrets, a reminder that even in the realm of gods and heroes, the most powerful magic of all is that which resides within the human heart. In the tapestry of ancient myths and legends, few characters resonate with the depth and complexity of Medea, whose story transcends mere mortal deeds to embody the eternal struggle between love and vengeance, power and sacrifice. From the sunlit shores of Caucasus to the heroic exploits of Jason and the Argonauts, Medea's character emerges as a testament to the intricacies of human emotion and the consequences of wielding supernatural power. Born of divine lineage and gifted with unparalleled mastery of magic, she embodies the duality of light and shadow, a sorceress whose heart burns with the intensity of 1,000 suns, yet whose actions are shaped by the frailties and passions that define mortal existence. At the heart of Medea's character lies a profound dichotomy, a woman whose love knows no bounds, yet whose fury knows no mercy. Her devotion to Jason, the hero who captured her heart and ignited her soul, is both her greatest strength and her ultimate weakness. Through her enchantments and sacrifices, she proves herself capable of extraordinary feats of courage and cunning, risking everything to secure Jason's success and their shared destiny. But it is in the crucible of betrayal that Medea's character truly unfolds. When Jason forsakes her for political gain, her love turns to ashes, consumed by the flames of betrayal and shattered trust. In the aftermath of Jason's abandonment, Medea's grief transforms into a tempest of rage, a sorceress scorned, whose wrath knows no bounds and whose vengeance reshapes the course of ancient history. Her legacy, etched in blood and fire, reverberates through the annals of mythology, a cautionary tale of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the consequences of forsaking oaths sworn in the name of love. From her pivotal role in Jason's quest for the Golden Fleece to her infamous acts of retribution against those who wronged her, Medea's actions challenge the boundaries of morality and justice, leaving a trail of destruction and despair in her wake. And yet, amidst the darkness of her deeds, Medea's legacy endures as a testament to the complexities of human nature and the enduring power of myth. In her story, we find echoes of our own desires and fears, our hopes and regrets, a reminder that even the most gifted among us are not immune to the frailties of the heart and the consequences of our actions. In the quiet moments when the stars cast their silvery light upon the earth, remember the tale of Medea, the sorceress whose heart blazed with the intensity of 1,000 suns, whose love and rage shaped the course of ancient myths. For in her story, we find not just a character from a distant past, but a reflection of our own struggles and triumphs, our capacity for both darkness and light, woven into the fabric of human experience itself. In the realm of ancient myths and timeless legends, there exists an island where the boundary between reality and enchantment blurs, a place where mortals dare not tread, for fear of falling under the spell of its mistress. This is the island of Aeaea, home to Circe, the enchantress whose name strikes both awe and trepidation in the hearts of sailors and adventurers alike. Aeaea emerges from the mist-shrouded waters of the Mediterranean like a jewel set in the embrace of the sea. Its shores, lapped by gentle waves that whisper secrets of distant lands, are carpeted with verdant foliage and adorned with blooms that rival the hues of dawn. Here, amidst the symphony of bird songs and the perfume of exotic flowers, Circe reigns as queen, a sorceress whose beauty rivals that of the goddesses themselves, yet whose powers surpass mortal comprehension. Circe, daughter of the sun god Helios and the ocean nymph Perse, embodies the ethereal allure of the natural world, a being whose essence is intertwined with the ebb and flow of the tides, the dance of sunlight upon the waves, and the mysteries hidden within the depths of the forest. Her presence is felt in every rustle of leaves and every whisper of the wind, a reminder that Aeaea is not merely an island, but a sanctuary where magic and reality converge. But Circe's beauty and power are matched only by the complexity of her character, a sorceress whose heart is both vulnerable and resilient, whose deeds are as capricious as the currents that encircle her island realm. In the annals of mythology, she is both enchantress and empath, healer and harbinger of fate, a figure whose actions shape the destinies of gods and mortals alike. It is said that Circe possesses the ability to transform those who cross her path, weaving spells that alter flesh and spirit with equal ease. Her potions are brewed from the essence of the island itself, herbs plucked from hidden groves, rare flowers whose petals gleam like jewels, and waters imbued with the wisdom of ancient seas. To those who seek her aid, Circe offers healing and solace, easing the pains of body and mind with a touch that is as gentle as the caress of a summer breeze. Yet, for all her benevolence, Circe is not without her shadows. Tales speak of sailors who, drawn by the siren song of Aeaea's shores, found themselves ensnared by the sorceress's charms. Under the influence of her spells, they were transformed into beasts of the wild, lions with hearts of men, wolves with eyes that still held the spark of human understanding. These creatures, both fearsome and tragic, roam Aeaea's forests as a testament to Circe's power and the consequences of crossing her path unbidden. But amidst the legends and cautionary tales, Circe's island remains a place of wonder and mystery, a sanctuary where the boundaries between mortal and divine, reality and fantasy, blur and intertwine. Her story, etched into the fabric of ancient myth, serves as a reminder of the enduring power of nature and the complexities of the human spirit, a tale that continues to captivate and inspire, drawing us into a world where beauty and danger walk hand in hand, and where the heart's desires are bound only by the limits of imagination itself. In the realms of ancient myth and timeless tales, there exists a sorceress whose powers transcend mortal understanding, a figure whose name echoes through the annals of history, whispered in awe and reverence. Her name is Circe, mistress of Aeaea, whose mastery over transformation and enchantment is matched only by the complexity of her character and the depths of her encounters with heroes. In the sun-drenched days and moonlit nights of Aeaea, Circe weaves spells that shape the destinies of those who dare to venture into her domain. Her island, cloaked in the mists of magic and guarded by beasts both mundane and mythical, serves as a haven and a crucible, a place where mortals are tested and transformed by the sorceress's whims and will. Heroes, drawn by tales of Circe's beauty and power, seek her out in their quests for glory and immortality. Among them stands Odysseus, the wily king of Ithaca, whose cunning and courage are matched only by his longing for home. It is said that Odysseus, weary from years of war and wandering, found himself washed ashore Aeaea's shores, a shipwrecked soul adrift in a sea of uncertainty. From their first meeting, Circe recognized the fire that burned within Odysseus, a spirit forged in the crucible of adversity, yet tempered by wisdom and wit. Their encounter, like the clash of thunder and lightning, sparked a chain of events that would forever alter the course of Odysseus's odyssey. In her palace of marble and vine, adorned with tapestries that shimmered with scenes of gods and mortals, Circe welcomed Odysseus with a hospitality as warm as the Aegean sun. She offered him food and drink, nourishing his body and soul with feasts fit for kings and stories that echoed through the ages. But it was not mere hospitality that Circe extended to Odysseus, it was a test of character, a trial of wills that would determine the hero's fate. With a flick of her wrist and a whispered incantation, Circe transformed Odysseus's men into swine, a punishment for their trespass upon her island and a warning of her power. Yet, when Odysseus confronted her, steeling himself against fear and doubt, Circe saw beyond the surface of his defiance. She saw a man whose heart beat with the rhythms of loyalty and longing, whose courage was tempered by compassion and cunning. Moved by Odysseus's plea and swayed by the depth of his character, Circe relented. She restored his men to their human forms, granting them a second chance that few mortals dared hope for. In doing so, she forged a bond with Odysseus, a bond that transcended the boundaries of magic and mortality, weaving their fates together like threads in the tapestry of destiny. But Circe's encounters with heroes are not limited to Odysseus alone. Throughout the ages, legends speak of other champions who sought her aid and fell under her spell, figures whose names are whispered in awe and reverence, their deeds immortalized in song and story. From Heracles, whose strength matched the gods themselves, to Aeneas, whose journey from fallen Troy to the shores of Italy shaped the destiny of an empire, Circe's influence spans the breadth of myth and history. Each hero who crossed Aeaea's threshold left an indelible mark on Circe's heart, a sorceress whose empathy and understanding belied her formidable powers. Through her encounters with these champions, Circe came to understand the fragility of mortal ambition and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Her transformation powers, wielded with both caution and compassion, became a reflection of her own journey, a journey marked by love and loss, triumph and tragedy. In the quiet moments when the stars cast their silvery light upon the earth, remember the tale of Circe, the sorceress whose heart beat with the rhythms of magic and mortality, whose encounters with heroes shaped the course of ancient myths. For in her story, we find echoes of our own desires and fears, our hopes and regrets, a reminder that even the most powerful among us are bound by the threads of fate, and that the truest magic of all lies within the depths of the human heart. In the vast tapestry of human creativity, there exists a figure whose presence spans the realms of literature and art, a sorceress whose name evokes both fascination and fear, whose story transcends the boundaries of myth and reality. Her name is Circe, Enchantress of Aeaea, whose character has been interpreted and reimagined by artists and writers throughout the ages. Circe emerges from the mists of ancient mythology as a complex and enigmatic figure, a sorceress whose mastery over transformation and enchantment is matched only by the depths of her empathy and understanding. In literature, she is depicted as both a seductress and a sage, a healer and a harbinger of fate, a character whose motivations and actions defy easy categorization. In Homer's epic poem, The Odyssey, Circe is portrayed as a pivotal figure in the hero Odysseus's journey home. Her encounter with Odysseus and his men on Aeaea serves as a test of character, a trial that challenges the hero's courage and cunning. Through Homer's verses, Circe emerges not merely as a sorceress, but as a catalyst for Odysseus's transformation, a figure whose influence shapes the course of his Odyssey and underscores the complexities of mortal and divine interaction. But it is not only in ancient literature that Circe's character finds resonance. Throughout the centuries, artists and writers have sought to capture her essence in paintings, sculptures, and verse, each interpretation a reflection of the artist's own perception and understanding. In the realm of visual art, Circe is often depicted as a bewitching figure, a sorceress whose beauty is matched only by the potency of her magic. Paintings from the Renaissance to the Romantic era portray her amidst lush landscapes and opulent palaces, her gaze both alluring and enigmatic. Artists such as John William Waterhouse and Gustave Moreau imbue Circe with a sense of mystery and allure, capturing her transformation powers and encounters with heroes in vivid detail. Literature, too, offers a myriad of interpretations of Circe's character. In modern retellings and adaptations, authors explore the complexities of her motivations and the consequences of her actions. Madeline Miller's novel Circe delves into the sorceress's internal struggles and growth, portraying her not as a mere antagonist or seductress, but as a multifaceted woman grappling with themes of power, identity, and destiny. Miller's portrayal of Circe resonates with readers, offering a nuanced and empathetic exploration of a character often relegated to the margins of myth. Across genres and mediums, Circe's character serves as a canvas upon which artists and writers project their own interpretations and reflections. From operas to plays, from ballets to films, her story continues to captivate and inspire, a testament to the enduring power of myth and the timeless allure of the enigmatic sorceress. In the quiet moments when the pages of history turn and the brushstrokes of artists come alive, remember the tale of Circe, the sorceress whose character is as mutable as the magic she wields, whose interpretations in literature and art illuminate the human experience with a brilliance that transcends time. For in her story, we find not just a figure from ancient myth, but a mirror in which we glimpse our own desires and fears, our hopes and regrets. A reminder that the truest art lies not in the depiction of gods and heroes, but in the exploration of the human heart itself. In the tapestry of Arthurian legend, there exists a figure whose presence casts a shadow of both intrigue and treachery, a woman whose name echoes through the halls of Camelot and beyond, whispered in tales of magic and destiny. Her name is Morgan le Fay, sorceress and sister to the legendary King Arthur, whose role in the myths of old is as complex as the depths of her character. Born of noble blood and blessed with a gift for magic, Morgan le Fay emerges from the mist-shrouded mists of Avalon as a figure of both beauty and mystery. Her origins, steeped in the lore of ancient Britain, intertwine with the fates of kings and knights, her destiny shaped by the currents of ambition and allegiance that define the realm of Camelot. From her youth, Morgan le Fay displayed a prodigious talent for sorcery, a gift nurtured by her early years in the mystical realm of Avalon, where the boundaries between the mortal world and the otherworld blur. Under the tutelage of her mother, the Enchantress Lady Igraine, Morgan honed her skills in the arts of healing and transformation, weaving spells that echoed through the ages. But it is not merely her mastery of magic that sets Morgan le Fay apart, it is her role in the grand tapestry of Arthurian legend, where her actions are both catalyst and consequence. As sister to King Arthur, her loyalty and love for her brother are undeniable, yet her ambitions and desires often lead her down paths fraught with moral ambiguity. In the annals of Camelot, Morgan le Fay's character unfolds like a scroll unfurled by destiny's hand. She is both ally and adversary to Arthur, a sorceress whose allegiance shifts like the tides of Avalon, driven by a desire for power and influence that rivals even the mightiest of knights. Through her alliances with figures such as Mordred and her machinations against Guinevere and Lancelot, Morgan le Fay weaves a web of intrigue that spans the realms of politics and magic alike. But amidst the complexities of her role, Morgan le Fay is also a figure of profound emotion, a woman whose heart beats with the rhythms of love and loss, hope and despair. In her relationship with Arthur, there exists a bond forged in the crucible of siblinghood, a bond that transcends the trials and tribulations of their kingdom, enduring even in the face of betrayal and conflict. It is said that Morgan le Fay's motivations are as enigmatic as the mists of Avalon, her actions driven by a desire to shape the destiny of Camelot and secure her place in the annals of history. Yet, beneath the veil of ambition lies a woman whose longing for acceptance and recognition resonates with the hopes and dreams of all who seek their place in the world. Through the centuries, artists and writers have sought to capture the essence of Morgan le Fay in literature and art, each interpretation a reflection of her complexity and allure. From medieval romances to modern novels, from paintings to sculptures, her character continues to captivate and inspire, a testament to the enduring power of myth and the timeless allure of the enigmatic sorceress. In the quiet moments when the echoes of Camelot fade and the stars cast their silvery light upon the earth, remember the tale of Morgan le Fay, the sorceress whose heart beats with the rhythms of magic and mortality, whose role in Arthurian legend illuminates the complexities of power and ambition. For in her story, we find not just a figure from a distant past, but a mirror in which we glimpse our own desires and fears, our hopes and regrets. A reminder that the truest legends are not forged in steel and stone, but in the human heart itself. In the heart of Arthurian legend, amidst the glimmering towers of Camelot and the verdant plains of Avalon, there exists a tale of magic and conflict, a story woven with threads of power, betrayal, and the enduring bond between siblings. At its center stands Morgan le Fay, sorceress and sister to King Arthur, whose magical abilities and tumultuous relationship with her brother have left an indelible mark on the annals of Camelot. From the moment of her birth, Morgan le Fay's destiny was intertwined with the fate of Camelot. Blessed with a gift for sorcery that surpassed all others, she wielded magic as effortlessly as the knights wielded their swords. Her abilities, nurtured in the mystical embrace of Avalon, where the veil between worlds is thin, set her apart from the mortals and immortals alike who dwelled in Arthur's realm. But it was not Morgan's magic alone that shaped her role in the kingdom, it was her conflicted relationship with King Arthur, her brother and sovereign. As Arthur ascended to the throne and forged Camelot into a bastion of chivalry and justice, Morgan's ambitions and desires often diverged from his vision. Her allegiance, though rooted in familial ties, was tempered by a longing for influence and recognition that transcended the bounds of kinship. Throughout the ages, Morgan le Fay's magical prowess became both a boon and a burden to Camelot. Through her enchantments, she healed the wounded and protected the realm from unseen threats that lurked in the shadows. Her potions and incantations were whispered of in awe and reverence, a testament to the depth of her knowledge and the breadth of her power. Yet, alongside her acts of benevolence, Morgan's conflicts with King Arthur cast a shadow over Camelot's golden age. In her quest for influence and autonomy, she often found herself at odds with her brother's court, a court where honor and duty held sway over the desires of the heart. Her alliances with figures such as Mordred, Arthur's illegitimate son, and her machinations against Queen Guinevere and Sir Lancelot further strained the fragile tapestry of Arthur's kingdom. But amidst the conflicts and betrayals, there existed moments of poignant emotion and regret, moments where the bonds of siblinghood flickered like candlelight in the darkened halls of Camelot. For Morgan le Fay, beneath the veneer of ambition and power, lay a woman whose heart beat with the rhythms of longing and loss, hope and despair. Her conflicts with Arthur were not merely battles of magic and might, but reflections of the complexities of love and loyalty that define the human experience. In the tales spun by bards and chroniclers, Morgan le Fay's magical abilities and conflicts with King Arthur continue to resonate with readers and listeners alike. Her story serves as a cautionary tale of the perils of unchecked ambition and the consequences of wielding power beyond measure. Yet, it also offers a glimpse into the depths of the human spirit, a spirit that, despite its flaws and failings, seeks redemption and understanding amidst the tumult of fate. Through the centuries, artists and writers have sought to capture the essence of Morgan le Fay in literature and art, each interpretation a reflection of her complexity and allure. From medieval manuscripts to modern retellings, from paintings to sculptures, her character continues to captivate and inspire, a testament to the enduring power of myth and the timeless allure of the enigmatic sorceress. In the quiet moments when the echoes of Camelot fade and the stars cast their silvery light upon the earth, remember the tale of Morgan le Fay, the sorceress whose heart beats with the rhythms of magic and mortality, whose conflicts with King Arthur illuminate the complexities of power and ambition. For in her story, we find not just a figure from a distant past, but a mirror in which we glimpse our own desires and fears, our hopes and regrets. A reminder that the truest legends are not forged in steel and stone, but in the human heart itself. In the vast tapestry of Arthurian legend, there exists a figure whose presence weaves through the ages, a woman whose name evokes both fascination and fear, whispered in tales of magic and destiny. Her name is Morgan le Fay, sorceress and sister to King Arthur, whose character has been interpreted and reimagined across countless stories and legends, each portrayal offering a unique glimpse into her complexity and allure. From the mists of Avalon to the glittering halls of Camelot, Morgan le Fay emerges as a figure of both beauty and mystery, her character shaped by the currents of ambition and allegiance that define the realm of Arthurian myth. But it is in the myriad interpretations of her story that we find echoes of her enigmatic nature, each tale a reflection of the storyteller's vision and understanding. In some tales, Morgan le Fay is cast as a tragic heroine, a woman whose magical abilities and fierce intellect are overshadowed by the constraints of her gender and the expectations of her time. In these stories, she is portrayed as a healer and a protector, using her powers to aid the downtrodden and defend the innocent against the whims of fate. Her conflicts with King Arthur are depicted not as acts of malice, but as struggles for autonomy and recognition in a world dominated by men. Other interpretations paint Morgan le Fay in darker hues, a sorceress whose ambitions and desires lead her down paths of treachery and betrayal. In these tales, she is a manipulator and a schemer, using her magic to sow discord among Arthur's knights and undermine the stability of Camelot itself. Her alliances with figures such as Mordred and her machinations against Queen Guinevere and Sir Lancelot cast her as a villainess whose thirst for power knows no bounds. Yet, amidst the conflicting portrayals, there are stories that seek to reconcile these facets of Morgan le Fay's character, a woman whose motivations are as complex as the magic she wields. In these narratives, she is neither wholly good nor irredeemably evil, but a figure caught in the crosscurrents of duty and desire, loyalty and ambition. Her relationships with Arthur and her fellow knights are marked by moments of genuine affection and camaraderie, tempered by the inevitability of their destinies. Through the centuries, artists and writers have sought to capture the essence of Morgan le Fay in literature and art, each interpretation a testament to her enduring appeal and the timeless allure of Arthurian legend. Paintings from the medieval era to the modern day depict her amidst mist-shrouded landscapes and opulent palaces, her gaze both alluring and enigmatic. Authors from Tennyson to T.H. White have penned verses and prose that explore the depths of her character, offering insights into her motivations and the impact of her actions on the world of Camelot. In the quiet moments when the echoes of Arthur's court fade and the stars cast their silvery light upon the earth, remember the tale of Morgan le Fay, the sorceress whose character is as mutable as the magic she wields, whose interpretations across stories illuminate the human experience with a brilliance that transcends time. For in her story, we find not just a figure from ancient myth, but a mirror in which we glimpse our own desires and fears, our hopes and regrets, a reminder that the truest legends are not forged in steel and stone, but in the human heart itself. Hecate, the goddess of magic, crossroads, and witchcraft, beckons us into the shadowed realms of ancient myth with a presence that is both fearsome and alluring. Her name echoes through the annals of history, whispered in tales of sorcery and the unseen forces that shape our world. In the tapestry of mythology, Hecate's role is as complex as the mysteries she guards, weaving together threads of power, transformation, and the eternal dance between light and darkness. Born of the Titans, Hecate emerged from the chaos of primordial existence, a goddess whose domain transcends the boundaries of mortal comprehension. In ancient Greece, she was revered as the protector of thresholds and boundaries, presiding over the crossroads where paths diverge and destinies unfold. It is here, amidst the liminal spaces of transition, that Hecate's influence is most keenly felt, a guide and guardian to those who dare to tread the paths of magic and mystery. But it is not merely her role as a guardian of crossroads that defines Hecate, it is her mastery over the forces of magic and witchcraft that sets her apart from the pantheon of Olympian deities. In myth and legend, she is depicted as a sorceress of unparalleled skill, wielding spells and incantations that bend the fabric of reality to her will. Her knowledge of herbs and potions is whispered of in reverence, a testament to the depths of her wisdom and the potency of her craft. Throughout history, Hecate has been invoked by those who seek her favor, a goddess whose blessings bring clarity of purpose and strength in times of uncertainty. Her role as a protector of the marginalized and oppressed is reflected in ancient rituals and modern interpretations alike, where offerings are made at her sacred shrines to seek guidance and protection from the trials of life. Yet, amidst her fearsome reputation, there exists a gentler aspect to Hecate, a goddess whose compassion for humanity is as boundless as her power. In mythological tales, she is often depicted as a guardian of lost souls, guiding them safely through the darkness of the underworld and into the light beyond. Her presence at the crossroads symbolizes not just choice, but the opportunity for transformation and renewal, a chance to leave behind the burdens of the past and embrace a future filled with possibility. In the realms of art and literature, Hecate's character continues to captivate and inspire, a muse to poets and playwrights who seek to capture the essence of her mystery and allure. Paintings from antiquity to the modern day depict her amidst swirling mists and moonlit landscapes, her threefold form a symbol of the triple aspects of life, death, and rebirth. Authors from Shakespeare to Neil Gaiman have woven her into tales of magic and mayhem, where her presence looms large over the destinies of mortals and gods alike. In the quiet moments when the moon hangs low in the sky and the night is thick with possibility, remember the tale of Hecate, the goddess whose role as a guardian of magic and crossroads illuminates the human experience with a brilliance that transcends time. For in her story, we find not just a figure from ancient myth, but a reflection of our own journey through the labyrinthine paths of life, a reminder that the truest magic lies not in the spells we cast, but in the choices we make and the paths we choose to follow. In the tapestry of ancient Greek religion and folklore, there exists a figure whose presence spans the realms of earth, sea, and sky, a goddess whose name evokes both reverence and awe. Her name is Hecate, and her story unfolds like the shifting shadows of twilight, where mystery and magic intertwine with the fabric of mortal existence. In the pantheon of Olympian gods and goddesses, Hecate occupies a unique position, a goddess whose origins trace back to the primordial chaos that preceded the rise of Zeus and his siblings. Born of the Titans, she emerged from the swirling mists of ancient time, her form a testament to the raw power and untamed beauty of the natural world. From the earliest records of Greek mythology, Hecate was revered as a goddess of magic, witchcraft, and the unseen forces that govern the universe. Unlike the radiant deities of Mount Olympus, she preferred the shadows and liminal spaces, the crossroads where mortal paths intersected and choices were made. It is here, amidst the flickering torchlight and rustling leaves, that her presence was most keenly felt, a guide and protector to those who traversed the boundaries between the known and the unknown. But Hecate's role transcended mere guardianship of crossroads and thresholds. She was also revered as a mistress of magic, a sorceress whose knowledge of spells and potions surpassed all others. In ancient Greece, she was invoked by those who sought her favor, whether for protection from malevolent spirits or guidance in matters of the heart. Her sacred rites, performed by moonlight and accompanied by the baying of hounds, were whispered of in reverence, a testament to the potency of her blessings and the gravity of her wrath. As the centuries passed and the influence of ancient Greece waned, Hecate's presence endured, albeit transformed by the currents of time and the evolution of human belief. In later folklore and traditions, her character evolved from a singular deity of the Greek pantheon to a figure of broader significance, a guardian of witches and practitioners of the occult arts, a patroness of the marginalized and misunderstood. In medieval Europe, Hecate became intertwined with the concept of the witch, a figure whose mastery of magic was both feared and revered. In the flickering light of hearth and bonfire, tales were spun of witches who invoked Hecate's name in secret rituals, seeking communion with powers beyond mortal ken. Her triple form, maiden, mother, and crone, symbolized not just the stages of life, but the cyclical nature of magic and the eternal dance between light and shadow. In the quiet corners of villages and towns, Hecate's presence was felt in the whisper of the wind and the rustle of leaves, a reminder that the boundaries between the seen and unseen were thinner than they seemed. Her portrayal in folklore spoke to the enduring human need for connection, to the natural world, to the mysteries of life and death, and to the unseen forces that shape our destinies. Through the ages, artists and storytellers have sought to capture the essence of Hecate in their works, from ancient statues and pottery to illuminated manuscripts and modern novels. Each interpretation offers a glimpse into her multifaceted nature, a goddess who embodies both the terror and wonder of the unknown, whose presence lingers at the edges of human consciousness like a half-remembered dream. In the tapestry of human experience, Hecate's portrayal in ancient Greek religion and later folklore serves as a testament to the enduring power of myth and the timeless allure of the divine feminine. Her story reminds us that beneath the veneer of civilization lies a world of mystery and magic, a world where gods and goddesses walk among mortals, and the boundaries between reality and myth are blurred by the shifting sands of time. In the shadowed corners of ancient rites and modern traditions alike, the symbols and rituals associated with Hecate weave a tapestry of mystery and reverence, a testament to the enduring power of this enigmatic goddess. Across cultures and epics, her symbols have whispered of magic and transformation, while her rituals have offered seekers a glimpse into the sacred realms where mortal and divine converge. From the crossroads where paths intersect to the flickering flames of torches held aloft, Hecate's presence is felt in the liminal spaces where boundaries blur and choices are made. Her symbols, like flickering candles and keys, speak of transition and transformation, guiding those who seek her favor through the thresholds of life and death, light and shadow. The torch, held high in the darkness, is perhaps the most iconic of Hecate's symbols, a beacon of illumination that pierces the veil of night and reveals the hidden truths that lie within. In ancient Greece, devotees would carry torches in her honor during nighttime processions, invoking her protection and guidance as they navigated the treacherous paths of the unknown. Another symbol closely associated with Hecate is the key, a metaphorical and literal tool that unlocks the mysteries of the unseen realms. As a guardian of thresholds and boundaries, Hecate holds the key to both literal and metaphorical gates, granting access to hidden knowledge and unseen forces. In ritual and symbolism, the key represents the seeker's desire to unlock the secrets of the universe and forge a connection with the divine. In addition to symbols, Hecate's rituals form a sacred tapestry of devotion and reverence, a testament to the enduring power of her presence in the hearts and minds of her devotees. Among the most ancient and revered of these rituals is the offering of food and libations at her sacred shrines. In ancient Greece, devotees would leave offerings of honey, garlic, and cakes at crossroads and sanctuaries dedicated to Hecate, seeking her blessings and protection in return. Another ritual closely associated with Hecate is the practice of Hecate's suppers, where devotees would gather on the night of the new moon to honor her with feasts and offerings. These communal meals were believed to strengthen the bonds between mortals and the divine, fostering a sense of unity and shared purpose among those who gathered in her name. As the centuries passed and cultures evolved, Hecate's symbols and rituals continued to evolve, adapting to the beliefs and practices of different civilizations. In medieval Europe, for example, she became associated with the concept of the witch, a figure who invoked Hecate's name in rituals and spells, seeking her favor in matters of magic and the occult arts. Today, Hecate's symbols and rituals continue to resonate with seekers of spiritual and mystical wisdom, offering a connection to the ancient traditions and beliefs that have shaped our understanding of the divine feminine. Whether through the lighting of candles, the offering of keys, or the sharing of communal meals, devotees of Hecate continue to honor her presence and seek her guidance in the ever-changing landscape of human experience. In the quiet moments when the world grows still and the moon casts its silvery light upon the earth, remember the symbols and rituals associated with Hecate, the torch that lights the way through darkness, the key that unlocks the mysteries of the unseen, and the communal rituals that bind us together in reverence and devotion. For in these symbols and rituals, we find not just a connection to the divine, but a reminder of the timeless truths that transcend the boundaries of time and space, a testament to the enduring power of Hecate, goddess of magic, crossroads, and the unseen forces that shape our world. Once upon a time, in the heart of the dark and ancient forests of Slavic folklore, there dwelt a figure both fearsome and captivating, a witch whose name struck terror into the hearts of those who dared to utter it. Her name was Baba Yaga, and her story unfolds like a winding path through the mist-shrouded woods, where every twist and turn reveals a new mystery waiting to be uncovered. Baba Yaga's tale begins with the creaking of her hut on chicken legs, a dwelling that defies the laws of nature and reason. Picture, if you will, a hut perched atop two spindly legs that move of their own accord, dancing through the trees like a spectral guardian of the forest. It stands surrounded by a fence of human bones, topped with skulls that gleam in the moonlight, a stark reminder of the witch's insatiable appetite for the flesh of the unwary. But amidst the eerie facade of her hut, Baba Yaga herself is a figure of contradictions. She is both ancient crone and wise oracle, her eyes gleaming with wisdom that spans the ages. Her nose is as hooked as the talons of the birds that flock to her command, yet her voice carries the gentle lilt of a grandmother telling bedtime stories by the fireside. Legends speak of Baba Yaga's insatiable hunger for human flesh, yet they also whisper of her role as a guardian of the natural world, a keeper of balance between life and death, creation and destruction. In her forest realm, she is both feared and revered, her name spoken in hushed tones by those who seek her favor or fear her wrath. It is said that Baba Yaga flies through the night sky in a mortar, using a pestle to steer her course as she surveys the land below. Her arrival is heralded by the shrieking of the wind and the cawing of her loyal companions, the mystical birds that serve as her eyes and ears in the darkened forest. But despite her fearsome reputation, Baba Yaga is not without her vulnerabilities. She is bound by ancient rules and customs, and those who approach her with humility and respect may find themselves granted boons beyond their wildest dreams. Tales abound of brave souls who dared to seek her counsel, returning with knowledge and gifts that changed the course of their lives forever. In the heart of the forest, where shadows dance and whispers linger on the breeze, Baba Yaga's hut stands as a testament to the enduring power of folklore and the timeless allure of the supernatural. Her story reminds us that within every darkened corner of the world, there exists a glimmer of magic, a tale waiting to be told, a mystery waiting to be unraveled. So, as you journey through the tangled depths of Baba Yaga's forest, remember the tale of the witch and her hut on chicken legs, a story of fear and fascination, of wisdom and wonder. For in the heart of every myth lies a kernel of truth, and in the depths of every legend lies a lesson waiting to be learned. In the depths of Slavic folklore, amidst the whispering pines and misty glades, tales of Baba Yaga echo through the ages like a haunting melody, a symphony of fear and fascination that captivates all who hear her name. Her stories are woven into the fabric of generations, passed down through fireside tales and whispered in the shadows of twilight. Imagine a world where the line between reality and myth blurs, a world where Baba Yaga prowls through the dense forests in her hut on chicken legs, a beacon of both dread and allure. Her encounters with mortals are as varied as the shifting seasons, each one a testament to her capricious nature and unpredictable whims. In one tale, a weary traveler stumbles upon Baba Yaga's hut while lost in the depths of the woods. Hungry and desperate, the traveler approaches cautiously, heart-pounding in fear of what they might find within. To their surprise, Baba Yaga welcomes them with a toothless grin and a steaming bowl of porridge, offering warmth and sustenance in the midst of the cold, unforgiving wilderness. But Baba Yaga's hospitality is not without its price. In exchange for her kindness, she demands that the traveler perform impossible tasks, fetching water from a bottomless well, tending to her enchanted garden, or appeasing her famished pets, the mystical birds that serve as her eyes and ears. Each task is a test of wit and courage, challenging the traveler to prove their worthiness in the eyes of the fearsome witch. In another tale, a desperate mother seeks Baba Yaga's aid in curing her ailing child. With tears in her eyes and hope in her heart, she braves the forest's tangled paths and approaches the hut with trembling hands. Baba Yaga, moved by the mother's plea, offers a remedy brewed from rare herbs and whispered incantations, her gnarled hands gentle as she tends to the child's fevered brow. Yet Baba Yaga's compassion is tempered by her inscrutable nature. She warns the mother of the consequences should her trust be betrayed, a reminder that magic, like love, is a force that demands respect and understanding. The mother returns home with the cure in hand, grateful for Baba Yaga's aid but mindful of the fragile balance between mortal needs and mystical powers. In every encounter with Baba Yaga, whether in tales of terror or moments of unexpected kindness, there lies a lesson waiting to be learned, a truth that transcends the boundaries of folklore and speaks to the human experience. Her stories remind us of the complexity of good and evil, light and darkness, fear and courage, a reminder that the world is not always as it seems, and that even the most fearsome of beings may harbor unexpected depths of compassion. So, as you listen to the tales of Baba Yaga and her encounters with mortals, remember the fragile threads that bind us together, a shared journey through the mysteries of life and the timeless allure of the unknown. For in the heart of every story lies a truth waiting to be discovered, a lesson waiting to be embraced, a testament to the enduring power of myth and the timeless wisdom of folklore. In the heart of Slavic folklore, amidst the ancient tales that weave through the mist-shrouded forests, Baba Yaga stands as a figure of both dread and fascination, a witch whose nature defies easy categorization. Her story unfolds like a tapestry of light and shadow, where every thread reveals a different facet of her enigmatic character. Baba Yaga, with her hut on chicken legs and her unpredictable whims, embodies the paradoxical nature of myth, a being who can be both a harbinger of doom and a guardian of lost souls. Her ambiguous presence in folklore challenges us to reconsider our perceptions of good and evil, kindness and cruelty, as we navigate the labyrinthine paths of her tales. Imagine encountering Baba Yaga in the depths of the forest, a moment of breathless fear as you behold her hut looming on its spindly legs, surrounded by a fence of bones that rattle in the wind. Yet, in spite of her fearsome appearance, Baba Yaga may greet you with a crooked smile and offer a bowl of soup that warms your chilled bones, a gesture of hospitality that defies expectation. In folklore, Baba Yaga's dual nature as both a helper and a villain is as unpredictable as the shifting winds that blow through her domain. She may aid a lost traveler with sage advice or magical aid, only to demand a steep price in return, a reminder that her kindness is often tempered by a mischievous sense of humor and an inscrutable sense of justice. Stories abound of Baba Yaga testing the courage and resourcefulness of those who seek her aid. She sets impossible tasks, challenges mortals to prove their worthiness, and metes out punishments to those who fail to meet her exacting standards. Yet, in the midst of her trials, Baba Yaga may reveal unexpected depths of compassion, a reminder that even the most fearsome beings harbor shades of gray within their hearts. In one tale, Baba Yaga aids a humble servant in escaping the clutches of a cruel master, offering magical gifts and cunning advice that lead to freedom and justice. Yet, in another tale, she may cast spells of transformation and mischief upon unsuspecting travelers, testing their resolve and teaching them harsh lessons about the consequences of meddling in the affairs of witches. Her ambiguous nature challenges us to reconsider our assumptions about morality and empathy. Baba Yaga embodies the complexity of human nature, the capacity for both cruelty and kindness, selfishness and selflessness, woven together in a tapestry of contradictions that defy easy explanation. As we unravel the layers of Baba Yaga's character, we confront the timeless questions that lie at the heart of folklore and mythology. What drives a being like Baba Yaga to both help and harm? Is she a reflection of our own fears and desires, mirrored back to us through the veil of myth? Or does she embody a deeper truth about the complexities of existence, where darkness and light are intertwined in an eternal dance? In the end, Baba Yaga's ambiguous nature invites us to embrace the uncertainty of life's mysteries, to navigate the shadows with courage and compassion, knowing that even in the darkest moments, there may be a glimmer of unexpected kindness waiting to be discovered. Her tales remind us that the boundaries between hero and villain, helper and hinderer, are often blurred, a reminder that the truest wisdom lies in embracing the complexities of the human experience, wherever our journey may lead. In the ancient myths of Celtic mythology, there exists a figure both fearsome and revered, a goddess whose presence heralds the turning of the seasons and the embrace of winter's icy grip. Her name is Cailleach, and her story resonates through the ages like the howling wind across barren moors. Imagine standing on the edge of a rugged cliff, gazing out over a landscape cloaked in frost and silence. The air is sharp with the scent of snow, and the sky hangs heavy with clouds pregnant with the promise of storms. It is in this stark and primal wilderness that Cailleach holds sway, a figure wrapped in the mantle of winter, her breath the chill that bites at your skin. Cailleach is not merely a goddess of cold and darkness, she is the embodiment of the cycle of life and death, of renewal and rebirth. Her presence is felt in the relentless march of time, in the shifting of the seasons that bring both hardship and hope to those who dwell in her realm. In Celtic lore, Cailleach is often depicted as an ancient crone, her face etched with the wisdom of eons and her eyes as deep and unfathomable as the icy depths of a frozen loch. She is said to wield a staff that commands the winds and a hammer that shapes the mountains, a testament to her power over the natural world and the elements themselves. But beyond her fearsome visage lies a complexity that defies easy explanation. Cailleach is not a goddess of unrelenting cruelty, rather, she is a guardian of balance, a keeper of the cosmic order that dictates the ebb and flow of life's rhythms. In her hands, winter becomes not just a season of hardship, but a time of introspection and transformation, a period of quietude that prepares the land for the awakening of spring's gentle touch. Legend speaks of Cailleach's role in shaping the landscape, the mountains formed by her mighty blows, the valleys carved by her ancient footsteps. She is a creator and destroyer, a force of nature whose actions shape the world around her in ways both subtle and profound. Yet, for all her power and majesty, Cailleach is also a figure of poignant vulnerability. In some tales, she is portrayed as a solitary figure, wandering the desolate moors in search of solace amidst the biting cold. Her loneliness is palpable, a reminder that even goddesses are not immune to the ache of isolation that echoes through the ages. But amid the solitude, there is also a sense of resilience, a quiet strength that endures despite the hardships of winter's long embrace. Cailleach teaches us that within the darkest of times, there lies the promise of renewal, that beneath the frozen earth, the seeds of spring lie dormant, waiting for the warmth of the sun to awaken them once more. As you ponder the legend of Cailleach, remember that she is more than just a goddess of winter. She is a symbol of endurance and perseverance, a reminder that even in the coldest of seasons, there is beauty to be found in the quiet moments of reflection and the steadfast promise of brighter days ahead. So, as the wind whispers through the bare branches and the snowflakes dance in the frosty air, take a moment to honor Cailleach, the guardian of winter's realm, the keeper of life's eternal cycle, and a timeless testament to the enduring power of myth and legend. In the heart of Celtic mythology, amidst the rugged landscapes and whispering winds, there exists a figure whose very presence commands the elements themselves. Her name is Cailleach, and her powers over weather and landscape weave a tapestry of awe and reverence that spans the ages. Imagine standing atop a windswept peak, where the air is thick with the scent of pine and the distant cry of eagles echoes across the valley. Below, the land stretches out in a patchwork of green valleys and craggy mountains, each contour shaped by the ancient hands of Cailleach. Her influence is as tangible as the chill that bites at your cheeks, a reminder of her dominion over the natural world. Cailleach's powers are not mere whims of nature, they are the embodiment of primal forces that shape the very fabric of existence. She commands the winds that sweep down from the north, carrying with them the icy breath of winter. With a gesture of her staff, she stirs the clouds that gather on the horizon, casting shadows upon the land below. And when she raises her hammer, mountains rise from the earth like sentinels guarding the secrets of the ancient past. Legend speaks of Cailleach's ability to summon storms that rage across the moors, their fury matched only by the strength of her will. In her presence, the skies darken and thunder rolls across the heavens, a testament to her mastery over the elements and her role as a harbinger of change. But amidst her power, there is also a deep reverence for the land she shapes and nurtures. Cailleach is not a goddess of indiscriminate destruction, rather, she is a steward of balance, a keeper of the delicate equilibrium that sustains life in all its forms. Her actions are guided by a wisdom born of millennia, a knowledge of when to unleash the fury of the storm and when to bestow the gentle touch of spring's first bloom. In tales told around flickering hearth fires, Cailleach's influence extends beyond the physical realm. She is said to have the ability to shapeshift, taking on the form of a mighty eagle that soars above the mountains or a sleek otter that dives into the depths of crystal-clear lochs. Her transformations are a testament to her connection with the natural world, a reminder that she is not separate from the land she governs, but an integral part of its ever-changing tapestry. As you contemplate Cailleach's powers over weather and landscape, consider the profound impact of her actions on the world around her. Each storm she summons, each mountain she raises, carries with it the weight of history and the promise of renewal. Through her, we learn that the forces of nature are not to be feared but respected, a reminder of the interconnectedness of all life and the enduring power of myth to inspire wonder and reverence. In the end, Cailleach's story is not just one of power and dominion but of wisdom and stewardship, a timeless lesson in the delicate balance between creation and destruction, storm and calm, that shapes the world we inhabit. As you journey through her realm, may you find solace in the knowledge that even in the fiercest of storms, there is beauty to be found and strength to be gained from the enduring resilience of nature's embrace. In the heart of ancient Celtic lands, amidst mist-shrouded hills and whispering forests, lies a reverence as old as time itself, a reverence for Cailleach, the goddess whose presence heralds the changing of seasons and the eternal dance of life and death. Picture a moonlit night, where shadows dance around a flickering hearth fire, casting ancient symbols upon the walls. It is here, in the quiet of the night, that the rituals of Cailleach's worship unfold, a tapestry woven with threads of tradition and the echoes of centuries past. The cultural significance of Cailleach extends far beyond mere myth and legend. She is woven into the very fabric of Celtic identity, a symbol of the land's resilience and the cyclical nature of existence. Her worship is not just an act of devotion but a reaffirmation of humanity's connection to the natural world and the rhythms that govern it. In ancient times, rituals dedicated to Cailleach were intertwined with the turning of the seasons. As winter's grip tightened, offerings of food and drink were laid at sacred sites, honoring the goddess whose touch brought both hardship and renewal. These rituals were not mere superstition but a profound acknowledgement of the delicate balance between humanity and the forces that shape their world. Central to Cailleach's worship are the stories passed down through generations, a rich tapestry of myth and folklore that speaks of her power and wisdom. In these tales, she is both creator and destroyer, a figure whose actions shape the landscape and dictate the fortunes of those who dwell within it. But perhaps more than her power, it is Cailleach's compassion that resonates through the ages. In some traditions, she is portrayed not as a fearsome crone but as a guardian of the land, a figure who watches over the valleys and mountains with a steadfast gaze. Her rituals are not just about appeasing a deity but about forging a connection with the land and honoring the cycles that sustain life. One such ritual involves the lighting of fires on the eve of winter's longest night, a gesture of defiance against the darkness and a symbol of hope for the return of the sun's warmth. As flames leap into the night sky, prayers are whispered to Cailleach, invoking her blessings and asking for guidance through the cold months ahead. Another ritual centers around the gathering of herbs and flowers, symbols of life's enduring vitality even in the harshest of seasons. These offerings are laid at ancient stone circles or hidden springs, places where the veil between the mortal world and the realm of spirits is said to be thinnest. Here, amidst the scent of wild thyme and the gentle rush of water, devotees seek communion with Cailleach, seeking wisdom and solace in her timeless embrace. Across the Celtic lands, from the windswept shores of Ireland to the misty glens of Scotland, Cailleach's influence endures, a testament to the enduring power of belief and the resilience of traditions passed down through generations. Her worship is not just a relic of the past, but a living testament to the deep bond between humanity and the natural world, a bond that transcends time and reminds us of our place within the intricate web of life. As you reflect on the cultural significance of Cailleach's worship, may you feel the echoes of ancient voices whispering through the ages, a reminder that the rituals we perform today are rooted in a profound reverence for the land and the spirits that dwell within it. In honoring Cailleach, we honor the cycles of life and death, the turning of the seasons, and the eternal dance of creation and renewal that shapes our world. On a night veiled in shadows and whispered secrets, the tale of the Witch of Endor unfolds, a story steeped in mystery and the ethereal realm where mortal and spirit intertwine. Imagine a distant land, where ancient traditions and the wisdom of elders echo through the ages. It is here, amidst rolling hills and olive groves, that the Witch of Endor casts her enigmatic presence, a figure both feared and revered in equal measure. The story begins with a kingdom torn by strife and uncertainty, where a king, troubled by the specter of war and the weight of his decisions, seeks answers beyond mortal ken. Saul, the king of Israel, finds himself at a crossroads, his heart heavy with doubt and his mind clouded by fear. In his desperation, he turns to the forbidden arts, seeking counsel from the one who walks the twilight path between the living and the dead, the Witch of Endor. In the flickering light of a dimly lit chamber, the witch prepares her rites, a concoction of herbs and incantations whispered on the breath of night. Her hands, withered by time and touched by unseen forces, tremble as she conjures spirits from the beyond, beckoning them to answer the king's call. And then, amidst the hush of anticipation and the scent of smoldering herbs, a figure emerges, a spectral presence, cloaked in shadows and bearing the weight of untold wisdom. It is Samuel, the prophet who once stood at Saul's side in life, now returned from the realm of the dead to deliver a message wrought with portent. The encounter is not merely a summoning of spirits, but a poignant reflection of the human condition, a testament to the lengths we go to seek solace and understanding in times of turmoil. In Saul's trembling voice and the witch's somber gaze, we see the fragility of mortality and the enduring quest for knowledge that transcends the boundaries of existence. For the Witch of Endor, this night is not just a moment of communion with the spirit world, but a reminder of her own role in the tapestry of fate, a weaver of destinies whose actions shape the course of kingdoms and the lives of mortals. Her tale is one of paradox, of wielding powers beyond mortal comprehension yet bound by the threads of human frailty and longing. In Jewish tradition, the Witch of Endor embodies more than mere sorcery. She is a symbol of the blurred lines between the divine and the profane, the sacred and the forbidden. Her story resonates through generations as a cautionary tale of the dangers of dabbling in forces beyond one's control and the consequences of seeking answers in places where mortal tread lightly. As you ponder the tale of the Witch of Endor, may you feel the chill of the night air and the weight of unanswered questions that haunt us all. In her story, we find echoes of our own quests for meaning and the unyielding search for truth that binds us to the mysteries of life and death. And so, as the embers of the hearth fire fade and the stars paint patterns upon the canvas of the sky, remember the Witch of Endor, a figure whose name lingers in the whispers of history, a testament to the enduring power of myth to stir our souls and awaken our sense of wonder in the face of the unknown. In the ancient land of Israel, amidst the rolling hills and whispering winds, there lies a tale of shadows and spirits, a tale that begins with a king burdened by the weight of his kingdom and the uncertainty of war. King Saul, a man whose brow was furrowed with worry and whose heart echoed with the clamor of armies, sought solace in the forbidden arts. His kingdom was on the brink, caught in the throes of a conflict that threatened to tear apart the fabric of his realm. Desperate for guidance, he turned to the one whose name was whispered in hushed tones, the Witch of Endor. In a secluded grove, cloaked by the embrace of ancient trees and bathed in the soft glow of moonlight, the Witch of Endor prepared her rites. Her hands, withered by years of weaving spells and communing with the unseen, trembled slightly as she gathered herbs and spoke words older than memory itself. With each incantation, the air seemed to thicken with anticipation, as if even the spirits of the land held their breath in reverence. The night grew still, save for the crackling of the fire and the rustling of leaves, as the witch called forth powers that dwelled beyond the veil of mortal sight. And then, in the shifting shadows and the flicker of candlelight, a presence stirred, a figure clad in robes of spectral silver, with eyes that bore the weight of ages and a voice that echoed with the resonance of prophecy. It was Samuel, the revered prophet who had walked alongside Saul in life, now returned from the realm of the departed at the witch's beckoning. The air seemed to shimmer with the potency of the moment, as Saul stood before the apparition of his trusted advisor, his heart torn between awe and trepidation. Samuel's voice, though ethereal, carried the weight of authority and wisdom, a voice that resonated with the echoes of divine counsel and earthly concerns alike. In that transcendent moment, the boundaries between the living and the dead blurred, as Saul sought answers and guidance from beyond the mortal realm. The scene unfolded not merely as a summoning of spirits, but as a poignant reminder of the fragility of human endeavors and the enduring quest for understanding in the face of uncertainty. For the Witch of Endor, this night held more than the fulfillment of ancient rites. It was a testament to her role as a bridge between worlds, a weaver of destinies whose actions shaped the course of kingdoms and the lives of mortals. Her gaze, fixed upon the unfolding drama, held a blend of solemnity and empathy, a reflection of her own journey through the mists of time and the realms of the unseen. In the annals of history and the tapestry of myth, the tale of the Witch of Endor summoning the spirit of Samuel for King Saul endures as a testament to the power of belief and the complexities of the human spirit. It is a story that resonates through the ages, stirring hearts and minds with its blend of wonder and reverence, reminding us of the timeless quest for knowledge and the mysteries that lie beyond our grasp. As you ponder this ancient tale, may you feel the chill of the night air and the weight of unanswered questions that haunt us all. In the flicker of candlelight and the whisper of wind through ancient trees, remember the Witch of Endor, a figure whose name echoes through the corridors of time. A reminder of the enduring power of myth and the unyielding quest for truth that binds us all together in the journey of life. In the realm where history blurs with legend and whispers carry the weight of centuries, there exists a figure whose name evokes both fascination and controversy, the Witch of Endor. Her tale is not merely one of ancient rites and spectral summonings, but a mosaic of interpretations that mirror the complexities of human nature and belief. Imagine standing at the crossroads of myth and reality, where shadows dance with the flicker of candlelight and echoes of the past linger in the air like forgotten promises. Here, amidst the murmurs of ancient scrolls and the whispers of storytellers, we encounter the enigma that is the Witch of Endor, a woman whose very existence sparks debates that span the ages. At the heart of these debates lies the question of identity and purpose. Was she a sorceress wielding powers beyond mortal comprehension, or a wise woman whose knowledge of herbs and healing earned her both reverence and suspicion? The answers, like threads in a tapestry, weave through the fabric of time, each interpretation colored by the lenses of culture, faith, and the passage of generations. To some, she is a figure of mystery and allure, a conduit between the earthly realm and the realms beyond, her rituals steeped in ancient wisdom and whispered incantations. Her ability to summon the spirit of Samuel, the revered prophet of Israel, speaks of a connection to forces unseen, a power that both captivates and unsettles those who dare to gaze into the abyss of the unknown. Yet, amidst the reverence, controversy brews like a storm on the horizon. For others, the Witch of Endor embodies a darker narrative, a woman accused of trafficking with spirits and manipulating the fate of kings. Her role in the unfolding drama of King Saul's reign is shadowed by accusations of sorcery and the breaking of sacred taboos, a narrative that casts her as both catalyst and antagonist in the annals of ancient lore. The whispers of controversy echo through the corridors of time, shaping perceptions and challenging beliefs. Was she a healer or a harbinger of doom? A wise woman or a wielder of forbidden arts? The interpretations are as varied as the stars that adorn the night sky, each offering a glimpse into the human condition and our eternal quest for meaning in a world fraught with uncertainty. Across cultures and epochs, the figure of the Witch of Endor continues to inspire storytellers and scholars alike, each seeking to unravel the enigma that shrouds her legacy. In literature and art, she emerges as a symbol of defiance against the constraints of tradition, a woman who dares to challenge the boundaries between the natural and the supernatural, the mundane and the mysterious. In the tapestry of interpretations, controversies bloom like wildflowers in a field, each petal bearing the imprint of human hopes and fears. To dismiss her as mere myth is to overlook the power of narrative and the enduring impact of stories that resonate across generations. For in the tale of the Witch of Endor, we glimpse not only the complexities of ancient belief, but also the timeless quest for understanding in the face of the unknown. As you ponder her story, may you feel the tug of curiosity and the weight of contemplation. In her ambiguity lies a mirror to our own search for truth and meaning, a reminder that the mysteries of the past continue to shape our present and illuminate the path forward, even as they remain tantalizingly beyond our grasp. Imagine a world where gods and mortals intertwine, where myths and legends paint the sky with tales of wonder and woe. In this celestial dance, one figure stands at the crossroads of Greek and Roman lore, her name whispered with reverence and fear, Circe. Her story spans the realms of both Olympus and the Eternal City, weaving a tapestry of similarities and differences that echo through the ages. In the annals of Greek mythology, Circe emerges as a sorceress of unparalleled skill, her lineage tracing back to the sun god Helios himself. Picture her on the sun-drenched shores of Aeaea, where her palace gleams like a beacon amidst the azure waves. Here, she harnesses the potent magic of herbs and potions, her cauldron bubbling with secrets that promise both transformation and peril. It is in her encounters with heroes that Circe's tale truly unfolds, a tapestry woven with threads of desire, deceit, and destiny. When Odysseus and his crew wash ashore, weary from their odyssey, Circe welcomes them with a feast that hides darker intentions. With a flick of her wand and a whispered incantation, she transforms the men into swine, a chilling display of power that reveals her mastery over both flesh and fate. Yet, amidst the sorcery and spells, Circe is not merely a figure of terror, but also of tragic allure. Her heart, burdened by centuries of solitude and longing, yearns for connection amidst the immortal coil. In the arms of Odysseus, she finds a fleeting solace, a mortal man who dares to challenge the boundaries of divinity and desire, their union a testament to the fragile dance between love and loss. In Roman mythology, Circe's legacy takes on a different hue, a reflection refracted through the prism of cultural adaptation and interpretation. Known as Circe or Kirk, her essence remains unchanged, yet the nuances shift like shadows cast by the setting sun. Here, she is revered as a sorceress whose arts hold sway over the hearts and minds of men, her island a sanctuary and a snare for the unwary. The similarities between the Greek and Roman depictions of Circe are woven into the fabric of her identity, an enchantress whose beauty is matched only by the potency of her magic. Both traditions speak of her encounters with heroes and gods, her transformations wrought with equal parts wonder and dread. Across the Aegean and the Tiber, her name echoes like a haunting refrain, a reminder of the capricious nature of power and the enduring allure of the unknown. Yet, it is in the differences that Circe's story finds new depths of meaning and interpretation. In Greek myth, she stands as a symbol of both temptation and transformation, a figure who challenges the boundaries of mortality and immortality with equal measure. In Roman lore, her role as a sorceress is imbued with a sense of reverence and fear, her powers entwined with the very fabric of Roman identity and belief. As you contemplate the similarities and differences between Circe in Greek and Roman mythology, may you feel the pull of ancient forces and the weight of timeless truths. In her story, we glimpse the complexities of human nature and the eternal quest for meaning amidst the tapestry of myth and legend. In the ancient tapestry of Roman literature and art, there exists a figure whose image dances like shadows cast by flickering torchlight, a sorceress of unparalleled beauty and power, known to mortals and gods alike as Circe. Her tale, woven into the fabric of myth and memory, unfolds across the scrolls of poets and the marble canvases of artists, each stroke and stanza imbued with the essence of her enchantment. Imagine, if you will, the halls of Rome echoing with whispers of Aeaea and the enchantress who ruled its shores. Circe, in Roman literature, emerges as a figure of awe and reverence, a mistress of magic whose arts transcend mortal comprehension. In the verses of Virgil and Ovid, her name resonates with the promise of transformation and temptation, her palace on the sun-kissed isle a beacon to sailors and seekers alike. In the words of Ovid's Metamorphoses, Circe stands as both enchantress and antagonist, her encounters with heroes and gods painted with hues of desire and danger. Here, she bewitches the hearts of men with potions brewed from the essence of stars and the whispers of forgotten realms, her spells a testament to the fragile dance between power and passion. But it is not merely in verse that Circe's image endures, it is also etched in the stone and pigment of Roman artistry. Picture her likeness adorning the walls of villas and temples, her features rendered in hues of amber and gold that shimmer like the sunlit waves of the Mediterranean. In the frescoes of Pompeii and the mosaics of Ostia, Circe's visage gazes out with eyes that seem to hold the secrets of the cosmos, a sorceress whose allure is matched only by the depth of her mystique. Yet, amidst the reverence, there lies a duality to Circe's portrayal in Roman art and literature, a tension between fear and fascination, between reverence and revulsion. In the works of Apuleius and Statius, she is depicted not only as a wielder of magic but also as a symbol of feminine power and autonomy, a figure who defies convention and challenges the boundaries of mortal and divine. In Roman art, Circe's image often reflects these complexities, her form draped in silks that shimmer with otherworldly hues, her gaze both captivating and inscrutable. In the hands of sculptors and painters, she becomes a study in contrasts, a sorceress whose beauty is as beguiling as her powers are perilous. As you contemplate Circe's depiction in Roman literature and art, may you feel the pull of ancient forces and the weight of timeless truths. In her image, we glimpse the eternal struggle between desire and destiny, between magic and mortality, a testament to the enduring allure of those who dare to defy the gods and forge their own path through the annals of myth and memory. Imagine standing amidst the marble columns of ancient Rome, where the whispers of gods and the echoes of mortals intertwine like threads in a vast tapestry of myth and magic. Here, in the heart of an empire that spanned continents, we encounter figures who wielded the powers of the unseen world, goddesses of magic and witchcraft whose names resonated through the ages. Among them, Circe emerges as a luminary, a sorceress whose mastery of transformation and enchantment set her apart even among the pantheon of Roman deities. Her counterparts in Roman mythology, such as Hecate and Diana, offer intriguing comparisons and contrasts, each embodying different facets of the mystical arts. Diana, goddess of the hunt and moon, stands as a protector of women and wildlife, her silver bow and crescent moon casting shadows upon the sacred groves where she reigns. In contrast, Hecate, mistress of crossroads and witchcraft, embodies the liminal spaces where paths converge and choices are made, her torches illuminating the hidden corners of the world. Where Circe mesmerizes with her transformative potions and beguiling spells, Diana offers clarity and protection, her arrows piercing the darkness with unerring aim. Hecate, in her turn, guides souls through the realms of life and death, her wisdom sought by those who tread the shadowy paths of the underworld. In Roman art and literature, these goddesses are depicted with reverence and awe, their images carved in stone and painted on frescoes that adorn temples and villas alike. Diana's likeness, with her flowing robes and bow poised in readiness, speaks of strength and grace, the embodiment of a huntress whose skill rivals that of any mortal archer. Hecate, by contrast, is often portrayed with three faces, each gazing out into the mortal realm with eyes that gleam like stars. Her symbols, a key, a torch, and a serpent, symbolize her dominion over the realms of magic, knowledge, and transformation, offering glimpses into the mysteries that lie beyond mortal understanding. Yet, it is Circe who captures the imagination like no other, a sorceress whose allure transcends mortal and divine alike. In Roman mythology, her encounters with heroes and gods alike reveal a complexity that mirrors the human condition, a figure who wields power with a touch that is both gentle and devastating, her heart a tapestry of longing and loss. As you contemplate the comparisons between these goddesses of magic and witchcraft, may you feel the resonance of ancient forces and the echo of timeless truths. In their stories, we find reflections of our own struggles and triumphs, our desires and fears, a testament to the enduring power of myth and the eternal quest for understanding in the ever-shifting sands of time. Imagine the chill of an autumn night in Salem, Massachusetts, where whispers of witchcraft stir the crisp air and shadows dance eerily by moonlight. Among the tales that echo through history, one figure stands out, a woman named Tituba, whose presence and plight during the Salem witch trials cast a haunting shadow over the colonial town. In the late 17th century, Salem was a small, tightly knit community, steeped in Puritan beliefs and wary of the unknown. It was in this atmosphere of suspicion and fear that accusations of witchcraft began to spread like wildfire, fueled by superstition and personal vendettas. Tituba, an enslaved woman of African descent, found herself at the center of this storm. Her origins are shrouded in mystery, but she was known to have been brought to Salem by Reverend Samuel Parris, a local minister. Living in the Parris household, Tituba served as a housemaid and caretaker, her presence a reminder of the exotic and unfamiliar in a community bound by strict religious codes. The accusations began innocuously enough. A group of young girls, including Parris' own daughter Betty and niece Abigail Williams, claimed to have been afflicted by strange fits and visions. In their hysteria, they pointed fingers at Tituba, among others, accusing her of bewitching them and consorting with the devil. Tituba's trial became a spectacle of fear and prejudice. In a society where women were already marginalized and enslaved persons doubly so, she stood as a convenient scapegoat for the community's anxieties. Her skin color and foreign origins marked her as an outsider, an easy target for the deep-seated fears that gripped Salem. During her trial, Tituba's testimony was both a plea for survival and a desperate attempt to make sense of the chaos engulfing her. She confessed to practicing witchcraft, likely under duress and perhaps believing it to be her only chance of avoiding a worse fate. Her words, spoken through an interpreter due to her limited English, painted a picture of a world where spirits and specters mingled with the mundane, a world that terrified and fascinated the Puritan settlers. In the retelling of her story, we confront not only the injustices of the Salem witch trials, but also the complexities of identity and power in colonial America. Tituba's case exposes the fragility of justice in the face of mass hysteria, where fear and prejudice could lead to tragic consequences. Her fate, unlike many accused during that dark period, took an unexpected turn. Tituba survived the trials and was eventually released from prison, disappearing from historical records shortly thereafter. Her ultimate fate remains a mystery, but her legacy endures, a symbol of resilience in the face of persecution and a reminder of the dangers of unchecked fear and prejudice. As we reflect on Tituba's story, let us remember the lessons it holds for us today. In a world still grappling with issues of justice and equality, her tale serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of compassion and understanding in the face of difference. May we learn from history's shadows and strive to build a future where all voices are heard and all lives are valued. In the heart of colonial Salem, where the air hung heavy with suspicion and fear, one woman's role in history would come to define a dark chapter of American folklore, the Salem witch trials. Her name was Tituba, an enslaved woman whose presence in the Reverend Samuel Parris household became entangled in accusations of witchcraft that would shake the community to its core. Tituba's story begins amidst the rigid puritanical society of late 17th century Massachusetts, a time when the supernatural was both feared and believed in deeply. It was a time of strict religious fervor and stark divisions, where any deviation from the norm could be met with suspicion and hostility. In the Parris household, Tituba, of African descent and likely originating from the Caribbean, stood out in this tightly knit community. She served as a housemaid, tending to the needs of Paris' family, including his daughter Betty and niece Abigail Williams. These young girls, along with several others, would soon become central figures in the events that unfolded. The accusations began innocuously, with the girls experiencing strange fits and visions. In their fear and confusion, they pointed fingers at Tituba, claiming she had bewitched them. This accusation, coupled with others against women in the community, ignited a wildfire of paranoia and hysteria that would consume Salem. Tituba's role in the accusations was both tragic and pivotal. As an enslaved woman, she occupied a vulnerable position in society, a position that made her an easy target for scapegoating. In the eyes of the Puritan community, her foreign origins and unfamiliar practices made her a suspect in their eyes. During her trial, Tituba faced a choice that no one should have to make: confess to practicing witchcraft or face the consequences of denial. In a desperate bid for survival, she confessed, likely under duress and perhaps believing it to be her only chance of avoiding a worse fate. Her testimony, given through an interpreter due to her limited English, painted a picture of a world where the supernatural intertwined with everyday life, a world where spirits and specters could be conjured through incantations and rituals. It was a world that both terrified and fascinated the Puritan settlers, steeped as they were in beliefs of sin, salvation, and divine retribution. Tituba's role in the trials did not end with her confession. Her testimony implicated others in the community, setting off a chain reaction of accusations and arrests that would ultimately claim the lives of 20 people, most of them women. The trials revealed the fragility of justice in the face of mass hysteria, where fear and suspicion could lead to tragic consequences. After the trials, Tituba's fate took a surprising turn. Unlike many accused of witchcraft, she survived her ordeal and was eventually released from prison. Her ultimate fate remains a mystery, lost to the annals of history, but her legacy endures, a symbol of resilience in the face of persecution and a reminder of the dangers of unchecked fear and prejudice. In reflecting on Tituba's role in the Salem witch trials, we are confronted with uncomfortable truths about human nature and society. Her story serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of scapegoating and the dangers of letting fear dictate our actions. May we learn from history's shadows and strive to build a world where justice, compassion, and understanding prevail. In the quiet, misty annals of American history, there exists a chapter that resonates with both intrigue and sorrow: the Salem witch trials. This dark period in colonial Massachusetts has left an indelible mark on our collective consciousness, shaping our perceptions of witchcraft, justice, and human frailty. The story begins in 1692, in the small village of Salem, where whispers of the supernatural and accusations of witchcraft ignited a hysteria that would grip the community with fear. What started as mysterious afflictions and unusual behavior among young girls soon spiraled into a frenzy of accusations, trials, and executions. 20 people, mostly women, would lose their lives in the ensuing months, condemned on charges of consorting with the devil and practicing dark magic. Central to the legacy of the Salem witch trials is the enduring impact on how witchcraft is perceived in popular culture and historical memory. In the aftermath of the trials, the name Salem became synonymous with injustice and paranoia, a cautionary tale of what happens when fear and superstition cloud judgment. The trials themselves were a product of their time, a time of rigid religious beliefs and social divisions. Puritan New England was a place where the line between good and evil was sharply drawn, and any deviation from the norm was met with suspicion. In this atmosphere, accusations of witchcraft provided an outlet for societal anxieties and personal vendettas, with devastating consequences. The legacy of the Salem witch trials extends far beyond the borders of Massachusetts. It has seeped into the fabric of American folklore and literature, serving as a backdrop for countless tales of magic, mystery, and the supernatural. Authors like Nathaniel Hawthorne and Arthur Miller drew inspiration from the trials, using them as allegories for issues of conformity, hysteria, and the abuse of power. But perhaps the most haunting aspect of the Salem witch trials is the human cost: the lives lost, the families torn apart, and the scars left on a community. Innocent men and women were accused and condemned based on flimsy evidence and hearsay, their fates sealed by a judicial system rife with prejudice and fear. The trials also underscored the vulnerability of marginalized groups, such as women and minorities, who were disproportionately targeted and persecuted. Tituba, an enslaved woman of African descent, stands as a poignant example of this vulnerability. Her role in the trials as both an accused and a witness highlights the intersecting axes of race, gender, and power that shaped the events. In the centuries since the trials, Salem has transformed from a place of darkness into a beacon of remembrance and reflection. The city now embraces its history, commemorating the victims of the trials and seeking to educate visitors about the lessons learned from this tragic chapter. Museums, memorials, and educational programs strive to ensure that the memory of those who perished is not forgotten and that the mistakes of the past are not repeated. Yet, despite these efforts, the legacy of the Salem witch trials continues to provoke introspection and debate. It challenges us to confront our own fears and prejudices, to question the nature of justice and truth, and to recognize the enduring power of myth and folklore in shaping our understanding of the world. In the end, the story of the Salem witch trials is a story of resilience and redemption, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is hope for healing and understanding. It calls upon us to confront the shadows of our past and to strive for a future where justice is tempered with compassion and where the lessons of history guide us toward a more enlightened path. In the shimmering tapestry of modern literature, film, and popular culture, one figure emerges from the mists of Arthurian legend with an allure that transcends time, Morgan le Fay. Her name evokes a sense of mystery and enchantment, a sorceress whose presence in storytelling continues to captivate audiences across the globe. Morgan le Fay, often portrayed as the half-sister of King Arthur, is a complex character whose portrayal in modern media reflects shifting interpretations of her role in the Arthurian mythos. She embodies the duality of magic, a powerful sorceress capable of both benevolent and malevolent acts, her intentions often veiled in ambiguity. In literature, Morgan le Fay has been reimagined as a symbol of feminine power and autonomy. Authors such as Marion Zimmer Bradley in The Mists of Avalon and T.H. White in The Once and Future King present her as a woman ahead of her time, challenging the patriarchal norms of medieval society. Through these narratives, Morgan becomes a tragic figure, driven by her desire for equality and justice in a world dominated by men. In film, Morgan le Fay's character takes on visual splendor and narrative depth. From classic adaptations to modern interpretations, actresses like Helen Mirren and Eva Green have breathed life into this enigmatic sorceress, portraying her with a blend of charisma and vulnerability. Whether depicted as a mentor, a villainess, or a misunderstood anti-heroine, Morgan's presence on screen resonates with audiences seeking stories of empowerment and transformation. Popular culture has embraced Morgan le Fay as an icon of magical allure. In television series like Merlin and Camelot, she weaves spells of intrigue and deception, her motivations intertwined with the fate of Camelot itself. These portrayals explore her relationships with King Arthur and Merlin, revealing layers of emotional complexity and moral ambiguity that challenge traditional interpretations of good and evil. Beyond her role in Arthurian legend, Morgan le Fay has become a symbol of resilience and reinvention. Artists and musicians draw inspiration from her timeless appeal, infusing their works with themes of love, loss, and redemption. Her image adorns book covers, album art, and fashion designs, symbolizing a blend of mysticism and modernity that continues to captivate new generations. Yet, amidst the glamour and mystique, Morgan le Fay's legacy remains a tapestry of contradictions. She is both a beacon of empowerment and a cautionary tale of unchecked ambition. Her story resonates with themes of identity and transformation, inviting audiences to ponder the complexities of human nature and the enduring allure of magic. In conclusion, Morgan le Fay's journey through modern literature, film, and popular culture is a testament to the timeless power of myth and storytelling. Her presence continues to inspire and provoke, inviting us to explore the depths of our imagination and the mysteries of the human spirit. Through her many incarnations, she reminds us that even in the realms of fantasy, the most compelling tales are those that touch the heart and stir the soul. In the vast realm of literature, folklore, and media, one figure has undergone a remarkable transformation over centuries: Morgan le Fay. From her origins in medieval tales to her portrayal in modern interpretations, Morgan's character has evolved, shapeshifting through time while retaining her enigmatic allure and timeless appeal. Centuries ago, Morgan le Fay emerged from the pages of Arthurian legend as a sorceress of unparalleled power and cunning. In medieval texts, she was often depicted as a formidable adversary to King Arthur, using her magical abilities to challenge his rule and manipulate the fate of Camelot. Yet, even in these early tales, hints of her complexity surfaced: a woman driven not only by ambition but also by a desire for recognition and agency in a world dominated by men. As storytelling evolved, so too did Morgan le Fay. During the Renaissance, her character took on new dimensions, appearing in literary works that explored themes of magic, morality, and the human condition. Authors like Sir Thomas Malory portrayed her as a tragic figure, caught between loyalty to her family and her own ambitions. This portrayal humanized Morgan, revealing layers of emotion and conflict beneath her sorceress facade. In the Romantic era, Morgan le Fay became a symbol of feminine power and autonomy. Poets and writers reimagined her as a force of nature, embodying the untamed spirit of the wild and the mysteries of the natural world. Her magical abilities were celebrated as expressions of creativity and intuition, challenging societal norms that sought to confine women to traditional roles. Into the 20th century, Morgan le Fay's character underwent a renaissance of its own. In literature, she appeared in works that blended fantasy with psychological depth, exploring her motivations and inner turmoil. Modern authors portrayed her as a complex anti-heroine, grappling with themes of redemption, forgiveness, and the consequences of wielding power unchecked. The advent of film and television brought new dimensions to Morgan le Fay's character. Actresses like Helen Mirren and Eva Green embodied her on screen, infusing her with a blend of charisma and vulnerability that resonated with audiences. These portrayals highlighted her relationships with King Arthur and Merlin, portraying her not only as a sorceress but also as a woman capable of love, loss, and profound emotional depth. In popular culture, Morgan le Fay has become an icon of transformation and reinvention. Artists and musicians draw inspiration from her mythic status, exploring themes of identity and self-discovery through her lens. Her image graces album covers, fashion collections, and art exhibits, symbolizing a blend of ancient mysticism and contemporary relevance that continues to captivate audiences worldwide. Throughout her evolution, Morgan le Fay remains a figure of paradox, a sorceress of immense power and complexity, whose story transcends time and resonates with themes of humanity's eternal struggle for meaning and purpose. Her journey through literature, folklore, and media reflects our fascination with magic, morality, and the enduring allure of characters who defy convention and challenge our understanding of good and evil. In conclusion, the evolution of Morgan le Fay's character and portrayal over time is a testament to the enduring power of myth and storytelling. From medieval antagonist to modern anti-heroine, her transformation mirrors our evolving perspectives on gender, power, and the complexities of human nature. Through her many incarnations, Morgan le Fay invites us to explore the depths of our imagination and the timeless mysteries of the human spirit. In the tapestry of contemporary storytelling, certain characters weave themselves into the fabric of our cultural imagination with enduring power and resonance. Among these figures stands Morgan le Fay, the sorceress of Arthurian legend whose presence transcends time and genre, leaving an indelible mark on modern narratives. From her origins as a medieval antagonist to her nuanced portrayal in literature, film, and beyond, Morgan le Fay continues to captivate audiences with her complexity and ambiguity. In contemporary storytelling, her significance lies not only in her mystical abilities but also in her role as a symbol of empowerment, transformation, and the enduring struggle against societal expectations. Morgan le Fay's character resonates deeply in today's narratives because she embodies the timeless themes of power, ambition, and the quest for identity. She challenges conventional notions of femininity and power dynamics, offering a multifaceted portrayal that defies easy categorization. In many modern interpretations, she is depicted not merely as a villainous enchantress but as a tragic figure grappling with her own desires, ambitions, and the consequences of her actions. One of the reasons Morgan le Fay remains relevant in contemporary storytelling is her ability to evolve with the times while retaining her essential mystique. Authors and filmmakers reimagine her in diverse settings and contexts, exploring her motivations and relationships with other characters in ways that reflect contemporary concerns and values. Whether portrayed as a misunderstood anti-heroine or a symbol of female empowerment, Morgan le Fay's adaptability allows her to speak to different generations and cultures, resonating with audiences seeking characters who defy stereotypes and challenge established norms. In literature, Morgan le Fay appears in works that blend fantasy with psychological depth, exploring her inner struggles and moral dilemmas. Authors delve into her relationships with King Arthur, Merlin, and other characters, examining how her actions shape the world around her and affect those she loves. These narratives invite readers to empathize with her complexities, blurring the lines between heroism and villainy and prompting reflection on the nature of power and responsibility. On screen, Morgan le Fay's portrayal has evolved from the classic antagonist to nuanced depictions that explore her humanity and vulnerabilities. Actresses bring depth to her character, portraying her as a woman shaped by her experiences and choices rather than as a one-dimensional villain. Through these performances, viewers witness her emotional journey and the conflicts that define her, prompting empathy and understanding for a character often overshadowed by her mystical abilities. Beyond literature and film, Morgan le Fay's influence extends into other forms of media and cultural expression. Artists and musicians draw inspiration from her mythic status, creating visual interpretations and compositions that explore themes of magic, destiny, and the complexities of female identity. Her image adorns album covers, fashion collections, and art installations, symbolizing a blend of ancient mysticism and contemporary relevance that continues to captivate audiences worldwide. In conclusion, Morgan le Fay's significance in contemporary storytelling lies in her ability to embody timeless themes while evolving with the changing cultural landscape. As a character who challenges stereotypes and defies categorization, she invites audiences to reconsider their perceptions of power, morality, and identity. Through diverse interpretations in literature, film, and beyond, Morgan le Fay continues to inspire fascination and introspection, reminding us of the enduring power of myth and the limitless possibilities of storytelling. In the magical world of Harry Potter, amidst the wonder of spells and charms, one character stands out not just for her intellect, but for her unwavering courage, loyalty, and resilience. Hermione Granger, the bright witch from Gryffindor, captured hearts and minds from the very first pages of J.K. Rowling's beloved series, leaving a lasting impression that transcends the bounds of fiction. From her humble beginnings as a Muggleborn which thrust into the hidden world of wizards and witches, Hermione's journey is one of constant growth and discovery. Her introduction in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone immediately establishes her as a prodigious intellect, possessing a thirst for knowledge that matches her unyielding determination. Early on, readers are drawn to her as she fearlessly defends her friends and champions causes she believes in, setting the stage for her pivotal role in the series' unfolding narrative. What makes Hermione Granger truly remarkable, however, extends beyond her academic prowess. Throughout the series, she evolves from a bookish overachiever to a formidable witch whose strength lies not just in her spells but in her compassion and sense of justice. Her journey is one of overcoming obstacles, both magical and personal, as she confronts prejudice, injustice, and the complexities of growing up in a world torn by conflict. At the heart of Hermione's character is her deep-seated loyalty to her friends, particularly Harry Potter and Ron Weasley. Her unwavering support and fierce determination to stand by them through perilous quests and daunting challenges underscore her loyalty and the depth of her friendships. It is this loyalty that often drives her to push the boundaries of magic and morality, seeking solutions to seemingly insurmountable problems with a blend of courage and ingenuity. Hermione's role in the fight against dark forces, particularly Lord Voldemort and his followers, is pivotal. She emerges as a central figure in the resistance against tyranny and oppression, using her intellect to unravel mysteries, uncover secrets, and strategize against formidable adversaries. Her bravery in the face of danger inspires others and solidifies her place as a heroine whose impact goes far beyond her academic achievements. Yet, it is not just Hermione's bravery and intelligence that resonate deeply with readers and viewers alike. Her character embodies a profound sense of empathy and fairness, advocating for the rights of house elves, challenging prejudice against magical creatures, and standing up against injustice within the wizarding world. These qualities make her a symbol of strength and resilience, as well as a role model for those who believe in equality and the power of education to effect positive change. Throughout her journey, Hermione Granger confronts personal challenges that mirror universal themes of identity, belonging, and the struggle to reconcile one's ambitions with the expectations of others. Her growth from an eager first-year student to a confident young witch is marked by moments of vulnerability and self-discovery, making her relatable to readers of all ages who have experienced their own journeys of self-acceptance and growth. In the realm of popular culture, Hermione Granger's impact is undeniable. She has become an icon of female empowerment and intelligence, challenging stereotypes and inspiring generations of readers to embrace their own unique strengths and abilities. Her character continues to resonate in adaptations, fan art, and discussions about representation and diversity in literature. In essence, Hermione Granger is more than a fictional character. She is a symbol of resilience, compassion, and the transformative power of education and friendship. Her story reminds us that courage comes in many forms, and true strength lies in standing up for what is right, even in the face of adversity. As we journey through the magical world of Harry Potter alongside Hermione, we are reminded that the greatest magic of all lies within each of us, the magic of kindness, determination, and the courage to change the world for the better. In the enchanting world of literature and film, few characters have captivated hearts and minds quite like Hermione Granger, the brilliant witch from J.K. Rowling's beloved Harry Potter series. From her very first appearance in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Hermione's journey is not just one of magical discovery but of profound personal growth and development. From the outset, Hermione emerges as a character whose intelligence and thirst for knowledge are immediately apparent. Introduced as a Muggleborn witch thrust into the magical realm, her journey begins with wide-eyed wonder and a determination to excel. Her prowess in academics quickly establishes her as a standout at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, where her voracious reading habits and dedication to mastering spells earn her the admiration of professors and peers alike. But Hermione's development as a witch goes far beyond academic achievements. As the series unfolds, readers witness her evolution from a rule-abiding bookworm to a courageous and resourceful young woman. Her character is defined not just by her magical abilities, but by her unwavering loyalty to her friends, Harry Potter and Ron Weasley, and her unrelenting determination to fight against injustice and dark forces that threaten the wizarding world. One of the defining aspects of Hermione's growth is her journey towards embracing her identity as a witch. Initially, Hermione's adherence to rules and authority sometimes places her at odds with her friends' more impulsive natures. Yet, over time, she learns to balance her intellect with practical magic and emotional intelligence, becoming a crucial member of the trio known for their daring adventures and daring quests. Hermione's development is also marked by her deepening understanding of the complexities of magic and morality. She grapples with ethical dilemmas, such as the use of time-turners and the rights of magical creatures, which challenge her beliefs and force her to confront the shades of gray in the wizarding world's moral landscape. These moments of introspection and growth are pivotal in shaping her character into one who not only excels in magic but also embodies empathy, compassion, and a strong sense of justice. As Hermione matures, her journey as a witch parallels her journey as a young woman navigating the challenges of adolescence and adulthood. She faces insecurities, doubts, and fears that resonate with readers of all ages, making her a relatable and inspiring figure. Her development is a testament to the power of resilience and the importance of staying true to oneself in the face of adversity. Throughout the series, Hermione's character undergoes profound transformations, both magical and personal. She learns to trust her instincts and embrace her strengths as a witch, whether casting protective charms or mastering complex potions. Her growth is not just about acquiring magical skills, but about discovering her own capacity for bravery and leadership in times of crisis. Hermione's journey as a character is also intertwined with her relationships with others. Her friendship with Harry and Ron deepens over the years, evolving from tentative alliances to unbreakable bonds forged through shared experiences and mutual trust. Her role as a loyal friend and confidant enriches the narrative, demonstrating the importance of companionship and solidarity in overcoming challenges. In the realm of popular culture, Hermione Granger's impact extends far beyond the pages of Rowling's books. She has become an icon of female empowerment and intelligence, inspiring countless fans to embrace their own unique strengths and abilities. Her portrayal in film by Emma Watson further solidified her status as a role model, embodying qualities of courage, resilience, and compassion that continue to resonate with audiences worldwide. In conclusion, Hermione Granger's development as a witch and a character is a testament to the transformative power of literature and storytelling. Her journey from a bright-eyed first-year student to a formidable witch and courageous young woman is a narrative of growth, resilience, and the pursuit of knowledge. Through her adventures and personal challenges, Hermione teaches us valuable lessons about bravery, friendship, and the importance of staying true to oneself. Her story continues to inspire generations of readers and viewers, reminding us that true magic lies not just in spells and enchantments, but in the strength of character and the power of the human spirit. In the vast tapestry of popular culture, few characters have left as indelible a mark as Hermione Granger from J.K. Rowling's magical saga, Harry Potter. From the moment she stepped onto platform 9 3/4 with her unruly hair and overflowing book bag, Hermione captured the hearts of readers and viewers alike with her intelligence, bravery, and unwavering loyalty. But Hermione's impact extends far beyond the pages of a book or the frames of a film. She has reshaped perceptions of witches and redefined what it means to be a powerful female character in popular culture. Hermione Granger burst onto the scene as a muggle-born witch, a character who defied stereotypes from the outset. Unlike the traditional image of witches as old, malevolent crones, Hermione was portrayed as a young woman with a thirst for knowledge and a knack for academic excellence. Her introduction challenged preconceived notions about witches, showing that magic and intelligence are not bound by age or appearance, but by determination and talent. At Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, Hermione quickly became a symbol of intellectual prowess and courage. Her mastery of spells and potions showcased her dedication to her studies, inspiring countless fans to embrace their own academic pursuits and intellectual curiosity. Through Hermione, readers and viewers discovered that magic could be a tool for empowerment and self-discovery, rather than a source of fear or superstition. One of Hermione's most significant contributions to popular culture lies in her portrayal as a role model for young girls and women. Her character exemplifies traits like bravery, resilience, and compassion, qualities that transcend her magical abilities. Whether facing down a mountain troll or standing up to injustice, Hermione taught audiences that strength comes in many forms and that true power lies in using it wisely and with empathy. Hermione's impact on popular culture also extends to her representation of gender roles and equality. As a female protagonist in a male-dominated genre, she shattered stereotypes and paved the way for more diverse and complex portrayals of women in literature and film. Her friendship with Harry Potter and Ron Weasley, based on mutual respect and camaraderie, demonstrated that teamwork and cooperation are essential to overcoming challenges, regardless of gender or background. In the realm of witches specifically, Hermione redefined the archetype by embodying modern ideals of empowerment and agency. She showed that being a witch is not about casting sinister spells or causing harm, but about using magic responsibly and for the greater good. Her character challenged the portrayal of witches as villains or outcasts, instead presenting them as multifaceted individuals with their own strengths, flaws, and moral compasses. Furthermore, Hermione's influence on popular culture can be seen in the broader acceptance and celebration of witchcraft as a subject of fascination and intrigue. Through her adventures, readers and viewers gained insight into the complexities of magical worlds and the ethical dilemmas faced by those who wield extraordinary powers. Hermione's experiences encouraged audiences to question stereotypes and embrace diversity, both within fictional narratives and in real-life communities. Beyond her fictional world, Hermione Granger continues to inspire movements and discussions surrounding gender equality, education, and social justice. Her character's journey from a precocious young witch to a confident and capable leader resonates with individuals of all ages, reminding them of the importance of perseverance and the value of knowledge in navigating life's challenges. In conclusion, Hermione Granger's impact on popular culture and perceptions of witches is nothing short of transformative. Through her portrayal as a smart, courageous, and compassionate young woman, she has shattered stereotypes, empowered generations of fans, and redefined what it means to be a witch in contemporary storytelling. Hermione's legacy continues to endure, serving as a beacon of hope and inspiration for those who seek to defy expectations, embrace their strengths, and make a positive difference in the world, magical or otherwise. In the modern era, witchcraft has emerged from the shadows of history books and folklore into a vibrant and diverse tapestry of beliefs, practices, and communities. What was once shrouded in mystery and fear has now become a source of empowerment, spirituality, and cultural resurgence for many around the globe. Witchcraft, in its contemporary form, encompasses a wide array of practices and beliefs that draw on both ancient traditions and modern interpretations. It is not simply about casting spells or brewing potions, but about connecting with nature, harnessing inner energies, and seeking spiritual fulfillment. At its core, modern witchcraft embraces a reverence for nature and the cycles of the earth. Practitioners often find inspiration in the changing seasons, the phases of the moon, and the natural world around them. These connections to nature are not just symbolic but deeply spiritual, fostering a sense of harmony and interconnectedness with the environment. One of the defining aspects of modern witchcraft is its emphasis on personal empowerment and self-discovery. Unlike historical depictions that often portrayed witches as outsiders or threats, contemporary practitioners see witchcraft as a path to self-awareness and personal growth. Through rituals, meditation, and spell work, individuals explore their inner potentials and cultivate a deeper understanding of themselves. Central to modern witchcraft is the concept of magic, understood not as supernatural power but as a natural force inherent in all beings. Magic is seen as a tool for manifestation, healing, and transformation, used responsibly and ethically to bring positive change into one's life and the lives of others. This perspective challenges misconceptions about witchcraft as something dark or malevolent, emphasizing instead its potential for healing and empowerment. Community plays a vital role in modern witchcraft practices. Many practitioners gather in circles, covens, or online groups to share knowledge, support one another, and celebrate rituals together. These communities provide a sense of belonging and solidarity, where individuals can freely express their beliefs and experiences without fear of judgment. In addition to its spiritual aspects, modern witchcraft embraces diversity and inclusivity. It welcomes people of all genders, sexual orientations, ethnicities, and backgrounds, reflecting a broad spectrum of beliefs and practices. This inclusivity fosters a rich tapestry of traditions and perspectives within the broader witchcraft community, encouraging dialogue and mutual respect among practitioners. Rituals are a cornerstone of modern witchcraft, serving as ceremonial acts that mark significant events, honor deities or spirits, and align with natural cycles. These rituals vary widely, from simple meditations to elaborate ceremonies involving chants, symbols, and offerings. Through ritual practice, practitioners create sacred space, cultivate mindfulness, and strengthen their spiritual connections. Symbols and tools are integral to modern witchcraft, imbued with meaning and significance. Items such as crystals, herbs, candles, and tarot cards are used not only in rituals but also as aids for meditation, divination, and energy work. Each symbol and tool carries its own associations and energies, enhancing the practitioner's ability to focus intention and channel spiritual energies. Education and learning are fundamental to the practice of modern witchcraft. Many practitioners study ancient traditions, mythology, herbalism, astrology, and other esoteric subjects to deepen their understanding and refine their skills. This commitment to learning fosters a sense of continuity with historical practices while adapting them to contemporary contexts and individual spiritual paths. Ultimately, modern witchcraft is a deeply personal and evolving spiritual journey. It honors ancient wisdom while embracing innovation and adaptation in a changing world. For many practitioners, witchcraft offers not only a means of spiritual expression but also a way to cultivate resilience, creativity, and a profound connection to the mysteries of existence. In conclusion, modern witchcraft represents a revival and reinterpretation of ancient practices in a modern context. It celebrates diversity, empowers individuals, and fosters a sense of community and belonging. By embracing nature, magic, ritual, and inclusivity, modern witchcraft continues to evolve as a vibrant and meaningful spiritual path for those who seek wisdom, healing, and spiritual growth in their lives. Imagine a world where witches were not just figures of fairy tales or horror stories, but embodiments of power, wisdom, and mystery. Throughout history, the image of a witch has evolved from revered healer to feared outsider, shaped by myths, folklore, and cultural beliefs that span centuries and continents. In ancient mythology, witches often occupied a revered role as guardians of ancient wisdom and mystical knowledge. They were revered for their ability to commune with spirits, heal the sick, and foretell the future. In cultures across the world, from the wise women of Europe to the shamans of indigenous tribes, witches were seen as intermediaries between the mortal and spiritual realms, wielding powers that could both heal and harm. One of the most enduring images of witches in folklore is that of the crone, a wise and elderly woman who possesses deep knowledge of herbs, healing, and the natural world. She is often depicted as living on the outskirts of society, in harmony with nature but feared for her potent abilities. This depiction reflects a blend of respect for her wisdom and fear of her perceived connection to the supernatural. In European folklore, witches were often associated with broomsticks, cauldrons, and familiar spirits like cats or owls. These symbols, rooted in practical folk beliefs and superstitions, became iconic representations of witchcraft. The broomstick, for example, was believed to enable witches to fly to their gatherings or sabbaths, where they would commune with other witches and spirits. The portrayal of witches took a darker turn during the witch hunts of the Middle Ages and early modern period. Fueled by fear, superstition, and religious fervor, these hunts led to the persecution and execution of thousands accused of witchcraft. Women, particularly those who challenged societal norms or held unconventional beliefs, were often targeted as witches, scapegoats for natural disasters, illnesses, and other misfortunes. Despite these persecutions, the archetype of the witch persisted in folklore and literature, evolving to reflect changing societal attitudes and fears. In fairy tales and cautionary tales, witches became villains who used their powers for selfish or malevolent purposes, luring children into danger or exacting revenge on their enemies. In contrast to historical depictions, modern interpretations of witches have undergone a renaissance, reclaiming and redefining the archetype. Today, witches are celebrated as symbols of empowerment, independence, and spiritual exploration. They embody a diverse range of identities and practices, from Wiccan traditions to eclectic forms of witchcraft that draw on cultural heritage and personal spirituality. Contemporary witches often reject the stereotypes of old, embracing a more nuanced and inclusive understanding of witchcraft. They emphasize principles of ethics, environmental stewardship, and social justice, using their practices to promote healing, personal growth, and community empowerment. In popular culture, witches continue to captivate and inspire, appearing in literature, films, and television shows that reimagine their roles and abilities. From the bewitching charm of Hermione Granger in Harry Potter to the complex characters of American Horror Stories Coven, witches are portrayed as multidimensional figures with agency, resilience, and profound connections to the supernatural. Through these portrayals, contemporary media challenges stereotypes and invites audiences to reconsider their perceptions of witches. They are no longer mere villains or outcasts, but protagonists who navigate complex moral landscapes, confront inner demons, and harness their powers for good. In conclusion, the comparison between historical depictions of witches in mythology and folklore and their modern reinterpretations reveals a profound evolution in cultural attitudes and narratives. From revered healers to persecuted outcasts and now empowered figures of spiritual and personal transformation, witches continue to fascinate and inspire, reminding us of the enduring power of myth, the complexity of human beliefs, and the timeless allure of magic. Imagine a world where the mysterious and magical coexist with everyday life, where the line between reality and enchantment blurs. In contemporary society, the enduring fascination with witches transcends mere folklore or superstition. It speaks to deeper yearnings, fears, and aspirations that resonate across cultures and generations. From ancient times to modern media, witches have captured our imagination with their ability to wield unseen forces, challenge societal norms, and embody both darkness and light. They are symbols of power, often portrayed as individuals who have tapped into arcane knowledge and mystical realms beyond the ordinary human experience. At the heart of our fascination lies a profound curiosity about the unknown and the supernatural. Witches embody this fascination by embodying a connection to forces beyond our understanding. They blur the boundaries between the natural and the supernatural, offering a glimpse into realms of possibility and mystery that defy rational explanation. In literature and folklore, witches often serve as mirrors of societal fears and desires. They are scapegoats for unexplained phenomena, embodiments of societal anxieties about women's power, and symbols of rebellion against oppressive authority. By embodying these roles, witches challenge us to confront our deepest fears and desires. Moreover, witches resonate with contemporary society's quest for empowerment and self-discovery. They represent individuals who defy societal expectations, embrace their unique abilities, and forge their paths despite adversity. In this sense, witches become symbols of resilience, independence, and the courage to defy conventions in pursuit of personal and spiritual fulfillment. In popular culture, witches continue to evolve as multifaceted characters who navigate complex moral landscapes and grapple with inner conflicts. Whether portrayed as heroes or villains, witches compel us to question our assumptions about good and evil, power and responsibility, and the nature of humanity itself. The enduring popularity of witches also reflects a broader cultural shift towards embracing diversity, inclusivity, and alternative spiritualities. Modern witches often draw inspiration from diverse cultural traditions, blending ancient wisdom with contemporary practices to create meaningful rituals, healing practices, and spiritual communities. Moreover, the resurgence of interest in witchcraft is intertwined with movements for social justice and environmental activism. Many modern witches advocate for causes such as environmental stewardship, LGBTQ+ rights, and racial equality, using their practices to promote healing, empowerment, and social change. In conclusion, the enduring fascination with witches in contemporary society reflects our timeless quest for meaning, empowerment, and connection to the mystical and unknown. They embody our aspirations for personal and collective transformation, challenging us to explore the depths of our own abilities and beliefs. Through their stories and symbolism, witches invite us to embrace our inner strength, confront our fears, and embrace the magic within ourselves and the world around us. Imagine a journey through the annals of history and folklore, where the stories of famous witches resonate across time and culture, touching the very essence of human experience. These tales are not mere myths, they are mirrors reflecting our deepest fears, desires, and aspirations, woven into the fabric of our collective imagination. At the heart of these stories lie profound themes that transcend generations and geographical boundaries. One such theme is the power of defiance against societal norms and expectations. Witches like Circe, Morgan le Fay, and Medea challenge conventional roles and wield their magical abilities to shape their own destinies, often at great personal cost. Moreover, these stories reveal the complex interplay between light and darkness within human nature. Characters like Baba Yaga and Hecate embody both nurturing wisdom and terrifying power, reminding us that the line between benevolence and malevolence is often blurred. They compel us to confront our own capacity for good and evil, urging us to tread carefully in the pursuit of power. Another key theme is the quest for knowledge and wisdom. Characters such as Medea and Hecate are renowned for their deep understanding of herbs, potions, and arcane rituals. Their pursuit of knowledge is not just about personal empowerment, but also about seeking answers to life's mysteries and the nature of existence itself. Furthermore, these stories explore the transformative power of magic and its implications for personal and societal change. Witches often serve as catalysts for transformation, both within themselves and in the world around them. Whether through acts of healing, prophecy, or rebellion, they inspire us to consider the potential of magic as a force for positive change and liberation. The portrayal of witches also highlights themes of resilience and survival in the face of adversity. Characters like Cailleach and the Witch of Endor endure hardship and loss, yet they persevere through their connection to ancient wisdom and spiritual resilience. Their stories remind us of the strength that can be found in embracing our heritage and traditions, even in the darkest of times. Moreover, these tales resonate with contemporary issues of identity, empowerment, and social justice. Modern interpretations of witches often reclaim these narratives to challenge stereotypes, celebrate diversity, and advocate for marginalized communities. They serve as symbols of empowerment, inviting us to embrace our individuality and stand up against oppression. In essence, the exploration of famous witches reveals profound insights into the human experience, our capacity for both greatness and darkness, our quest for knowledge and meaning, our resilience in the face of adversity, and our potential for personal and societal transformation. These stories continue to captivate and inspire us, offering glimpses into the mysteries of existence and inviting us to embrace the magic within ourselves and the world around us.